It's live now.
Because we are the Hebrew Israelites that come out and they repent and prophesy the downfall of America. And also we're one third of the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, we out there, doing our daily routines. And we give all praise to Yahweh.
By Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakamodash.
Of course, double honor to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers out there who do the work of the city. Yeah, I got you. This is John 3 verse 8. The wind bloweth where it listeneth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. And that's all through the Spirit. Because these words they only come on to the people that is meant. This word is not for everybody. They cannot tell whence it cometh, whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. That's the Spirit, man. The Spirit listens to every word. The Spirit wants to do that.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, it says, and he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. Again, it says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Right, so we can't wake everybody, the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So it's only through the Spirit, because it's not meant for them, man. It's just not meant for them.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 9. It says, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. It says, they stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
That have no significance to it, they go back to just it's complete vanity at the end of the year. When Christmas goes back to Saturday, even before they go back to Babylon, right? So they have their origins, but ultimately it's in wickedness, right? The Israelites had their household thing, okay, and they have significance, man. And it has essentially significance, man. Right? And we coming into Purim, man. Which are all days when we was delivered, man. We had something to praise Heavenly Father for taking us out of the conditions that we was in, man.
And honor it.
Verse 10, it says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers have come.
Right, and then you got guys that are the enemy. That are responsible.
Amos 5 and 21. It says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. One of the feast days is Thanksgiving and now Christmas. Everybody, gonna sit around the table, saying it's Jesus' birthday, believing in these lies. This is Jeremiah 10:1. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. And the house of Israel consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So, those are the words of Yahweh Hashem Shah. He's talking to you. It says, verse 2, it says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. You know, you're not supposed to learn the ways of the heathen, the so-called white man. You know, this is his holiday. You know, this is the wicked holiday. You know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to wake up. You know,
Hanukkah is better than Christmas. You know, we got multiple days to celebrate, we have fun, and give gifts. You know, you only have one day. You know,
I'm about to say this too. When you check out the history and look at what these holidays actually go back to, you will see that it's wicked. Right? Christmas, Christmas goes back to Roman Catholic. It's like a Roman holiday called Saturnalia, where for 4 weeks straight they would do nothing but they would outlaw everything. You know? They would get drunk. Men would get drunk. And they're righteous, man. You know, they go back to things that benefited our nation.
This is Isaiah 22:21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. And those who go into our holy days will uphold them highly. And it says here, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none deliver, for a spoil and none saith restore. And that's pointing to how people are so caught up into being happy with these holidays, all these other satanic shit that goes on in their everyday lives and their families. They not for being restored. Come. It says, and for a spoil and none saith restore.
For a spoil and none saith restore. You see that? Because these holidays, the philosophies of this world is a part of you being destroyed. These things aren't our real culture. You know? The Israelites live in each world where we celebrate Christmas. You know? And a lot of these people, they like to cover this Christianity, saying that it's who the world calls Jesus Christ, the Messiah's birthday. You know, which that's a damn lie. You know? All for them to continue their wickedness.
Okay, can I say something? They put it on December 25th because of the winter solstice. The solstice, the 25th, the sun completes this rotation around the orbit. So they put it on that day, representing Nimrod, the Queen of Heaven. You know, and that's where all it really goes back to the Babylonians.
Yeah.
You know?
Sumerians.
The Sumerians.
Yeah. Right.
And then they put the Christmas tree sprung up, and they said, hey, that's in Jeremiah 10. Put the Christmas tree up, and if you didn't worship and follow that doctrine, you would be beheaded, and your head was hung on the tree. That's where you get those bulbs from the Christmas tree. It goes deeper, you know?
We just scratching the surface.
Right.
This is just, you know, this bigger shit. Like America, remember, this is the harlot, the well-favored harlot, you know, but also, too, what's happening? The harlot's skirt is being lifted. Because what? She got the secret parts. You know, they don't put shit in your face like this is modern day Babylon. But that's why the chip is important. The chip is important because what? This is not the ancient Babylon. They made everybody bow down to the golden image. But they're not going to have a golden image. They're going to say, look, this is going to help you. You know, it's going to help you build your credit, or get out of prison. You know, it's a Trojan horse. Esau's, you know, he's a predator with his babies. You know, he's the most sought out beast. You know? Yep, where y'all coming from?
This is Shabbat 3 and 19. Many are in high place and are renowned, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. So he's revealing these mysteries to us.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
I got one. This is Exodus 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in the case of decline after many to rest judgment. You know? So hey, you're not supposed to follow a multitude to do evil. You know, and a lot of these jakes don't even know that following Christmas or celebrating Christmas is an actual fucking heathen thing, you know, or evil thing.
And then the rest of that verse is basically saying, look, if you know better, don't rest your judgment. Don't decline to rest your judgment. Because somebody hush their mouth also too, because, you know, look, they know better. There's a bunch of people out there and they're not going to say nothing. That's what that's the part too. Read the last one again. Because if you know better, you should do better. The scripture says, to him that knows to be good, do it not to him that is sin. Right, I'll read that last one again.
Neither shalt thou speak in the case of decline after many to rest judgment.
Yeah, don't decline your speech. You know, to rest judgment. Because sometimes when things happen, you know, it's harsh, but you got to bring it up. That's a part of having faith. Yep, there you go. You got it. Go ahead.
I got that word for rest. And the same word for decline is natah. That word means to stretch out, extend, spread out, fix, turn, convert, decline, danger, bow.
Yeah, to convert, to turn it away. So basically, you know the right thing, but you're going to make everybody else seem look like, oh, this is the right thing to do. Like the man in the Maccabees. You know, he said, they said, yo, just act like you're going to eat the pork. Nah, he said, nah, I ain't doing that shit. So he didn't want to, why? Because he didn't want to pervert everyone else, because he was an influence to everybody else.
Yeah, that would have been sin unto him.
Yeah, it would have been a high sin, exactly. Because what the scripture says, what? To much is given, much is required. So you make that you do that major sin in that spotlight, that's a lot of blood in your hands. That's why you can, hey man, not for nothing, we all out here, who gives a fuck? You know, you guys were all out there with a lot of views, and hey, the more you talk wrongfully, the more the Lord is going to come and wants to visit you. Because you got thousands and thousands of viewers, and you're lying to them. Hey, and then also too, you want to bring it out further. Hey, look, when did other guys keep honor? It's around this time with Esau, during the winter solstice. You know?
Get an example.
Yep.
This is an example of a man that was a leader of Israel and how you're supposed to act. You know, this is first Maccabees 2 verse 19. It says, then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall everyone from their religions of their fathers and give consent unto his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. You know, Mattathias stood strong. You know, everybody, the king that was taking over at the time, everybody was following his orders. You know, saying forget whatever their power told them. I'm gonna follow whatever who's in power in the world right now. I'm gonna follow them. And Mattathias said, the hell with that. You know, we're gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments of our forefathers. You know, that was given to our forefathers.
And because Mattathias did that, it was a triple effect. Because he was the father of Judas Maccabees, Simon Maccabees, and then they basically led a family coalition of warriors and of uprisings and revolts. And because that one man did that, you know, so you could put a lot of blood on your hands, and you can wash a lot of blood. Mattathias' name is written in the book of heaven, the book of life. You know, why? Because ultimately the spirit was on him. It wasn't that one act to stand up for righteousness. Most how to put it. You know,
This is what he said before he died. This is First Maccabees 2 and 50. It says, now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenants of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor in the everlasting name. You know, and that's why we're reverencing these men right now, because of the acts that they did. You know, and now they got great honor in the everlasting name, and that's what you should strive for. You know, because I can guarantee you the multitude majority is celebrating Christmas. You know, and you got the few out there living this world on Christmas Day. You know, Job 8 verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. And the reason why I brought that out because plainly put, our forefathers wasn't celebrating no damn Christmas. Nothing more to say.
This is Sirach chapter 34 and verse 18. It says, he that sacrifices of a thing wrongfully gotten, his offerings is ridiculous, and the gifts of unjust men are not accepted. You see that? And what do they do on Christmas? They give gifts. And that whole custom of celebrating Christmas is a sacrifice wrongfully gotten. Right? That's what they got from the so-called white man during the time during slavery, man. You know? And they still keep these customs to this day, man. All right, so we're supposed to give the sacrifices of the things that we got from our forefathers. That's why the brother read, keep the ways of remember our forefathers. You know? Right. Continuing on, verse 19, it says, the Most High is not pleased with the offerings of the wicked, neither is he pacified for sin by the multitude of sacrifices. All right, so that's the point. You know?
I had something that would as far as making a bit of leg. South talking about America being filled, you know, and being that the board that's sitting on the beast. This is Isaiah 47. I'm gonna start at 6. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my heritage, and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou heavily laid thy yoke. Talking about Esau basically being harsh on the elderly back in slavery, you know. Verse 7, and thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy head, to thy heart, neither didst remember latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given pleasure, all is fearless, say it in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. You know, America is just so proud, they don't think they're going to be able to touch it. We're part of Babylon. They've never been touched by war, you know. She's never been war on these grounds as far as like, Esau fighting against Esau, man. And it's going to come to that, it's going to come a time to where, hey man, it's really going to come down to where there's alive, man. When they're already living.
To that, because you said America is proud. And if you look at like all these other nations that come to America, America has a very, very strong spirit. That's why you see so-called Arabs celebrating Christmas. Everybody leaves their customs and celebrates the customs of America. You know, I had a dude at my job, this heathen at my job yesterday. I think he was Ethiopian, Cushite. You know. Talking about Merry Christmas. Why is that? That's because he has that Babylonian spirit on him, man. You know, that's what the scriptures talk about when it's saying that they are drunk, but not with wine. You know, they stagger, but not with strong drink. That's that Babylonian spirit on them.
This is Sirach, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. You know, basically, if you was to go off, that man's going to be able to stick it up. You know, but I was really harping on the point of be continually with the man that's godly. I love it again. But be continually with a godly man. Be continually instead of according to like mine. You don't want to be with somebody that basically is someone that's too loose. You know?
Proverbs 13 and 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Right, because you're going to obtain that wisdom. That wisdom can live through it. And it puts you about a wise man, hear instruction, and increase the
This is Proverbs 1 and 5. It says, a wise man will hear and will increase learning. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
Life will be a lot smoother than you just being a knucklehead the rest of your life. You know?
That's right.
Nah, I just want to hear him finish off that.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Yeah, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Hey, that's just like a lot of the times, like people who are guilty by association. You know, a lot of the times they're not the person who actually committed the crime, but what? They were present with the person who committed the crime. You know, so it said the companion of fools shall be destroyed, man. Yeah. You know, and I got that word. I actually looked up the word fool in the Edom online. It says silly, stupid, or ignorant person. That's what our people are. They ignore the laws of the Heavenly Father. They ignore the prophets that are telling them this holiday is pagan, man. You know, it's wicked. All right. It says madman, insane person. Okay. You have to literally be insane to constantly ignore the Heavenly Father when we're telling you that death is coming your way. All right. This is not a game, man. You know, this is truly a matter of life and death.
Hey,
all right.
Jeremiah 4:22.
Okay. Just to finish it off, it says mad, insane, foolish. It says kind. Yeah, that was it on that. You got it right.
This is Sirach 20 and 9. There is a sinner that has good success in people's days. There is a gain that turns to loss. So you can gain a lot following these traditions of man. You'll follow a bunch of sinners, you know, to do there's a sinner that has good success in evil things, and there's a gain that turns to loss. So you can lose a lot continuing to follow these wicked ways, man. Or you can lose salvation. You can lose a chance to find out who you truly are. You know, you can be still continually walking in the path that are unrighteous, you know, thinking that you're African American and that there's nothing wrong with celebrating your birthday, you know, buying gifts on holidays and everybody else.
Yeah, Jeremiah 4:22.
This is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You know, that's definitely talking about our people. You know, you ask Jake about anything about, say, what, football? Yeah, anything.
They don't know how to cook crack. They don't know how to pray to the Lord.
Go to the jail, man. You're gonna learn everything that's common.
Yeah.
You know? But the wisdom, the stuff that's gonna pertain to life, you know, ask them how to kill plants and how to keep yourself going.
That's the thing, Jake, is everything controversial to life. They have learned all the ways of death. That's why you even have niggas like two
Yeah, your father, the devil.
Niggas always looking for something wicked, man. You know? But they don't know that what our culture, our true culture, our heritage is beautiful, man. You know?
said that what? Jacob's all caught up in celebrating their birthdays and celebrating these wicked holidays, man. You got it,
Let
huh?
me bring this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Sirach 27, verse 11. The discourse of a godly man is always with the discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom. But the fool changeth as the moon. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among the men of understanding. So a man that's not really discreet with his stuff, man, he's just like I said, he's just like a man that just is wandering, that's all over. Buying his birthday and stuff like that, man. 'Cause that stuff, that like celebrating the birthday goes back to pagan holidays too, man.
I can say this. The scripture that the brother read, it said a fool changes as the moon. And that's why we love this truth, man, because it doesn't change. We have a lot of people who complain and say that we sound like a broken record. We say the same thing all the time. But that's because we believe this, man. All right? We know that this is a
Lord
sure
don't change.
All right? The words of the Heavenly Father. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta speak up, bro. Speak up.
Construction site, you hit the hammer, it's kind of, you don't feel as good, it's harder. But like 6 months down the line, you can basically use the hammer backwards, hit nails into the ceiling.
And that's the beautiful part about it, because people want to change, but hearing the truth, we don't change. We repetitious, but we also learn as we go along. Because we don't change, we excel. Which means, like, even in, for example, video games, we still shooting the same trick, but now you just learned out you do something they totally got for you. So it's in your mind. That's not really wrong.
Malachi 3:6.
This is Jeremiah 10:8. They are all together it's a doctrine of vanity. Now, normally that's pointed to these other candidates, they have all these doctrine of vanity. But in this world, it's a bunch of doctrine of vanity. Christmas, all these other holidays, all doctrine.
Doctrine is another word for
Teachers.
Sure. They're just teaching the kids madness now, especially in this system. I have a niece, and when she comes home and tells me what she does in school, it's like madness. They're making potions, Sprite.
What else? Jeremiah 10.
They making potions, and it's just very fucking witchcraft going on.
I say call to war, bro. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is like, I forgot, like, they was like basically casting spells on the children. I'm like, nah, man, this is not good. This is not good. Hey, man, that goes totally, this doctrine of vanity, man. They're just teaching these kids nothing but, what the hell is learning how to do a spell when help them out in the ground?
Hey, bro, con.
That's why the majority of this country is all messed up. Because they just learning nothing. They're learning how to be chemists. They're not going to grow up to be a goddamn chemist.
Can't hear.
An electrician or a mechanic or something like that.
Keep it in the middle. You just can't see.
Science?
No, it was on all brothers. That's all. I just moved. So
Nah, so it don't have to be that close. Just like keep it in the middle. Just say this.
you gotta just tell brothers to speak up.
Yeah, we gonna have to rotate.
They can help further more the engineering,
Yeah, con.
That's what Esau did.
Yeah, con.
Brothers gotta speak up.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about, because I know what they mix with that shit. The only reason I wanted to is because basically showing you how to mix up some other basically soda, and some other shit in there. All it does is raise your heart rate, your blood pressure.
Yeah,
It's like, why are you drinking all this? And then as you grow along, you know people are creative. Jig is always creative. You're gonna make some shit worse than that.
Yeah, con.
That's where you get all these crackheads and all this other shit. It's just the further impression.
Con.
Oh,
You got it.
This is 1 John 3 verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the power. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. First John 3 verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us.
Right, so we should be grateful for the love that Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah has given us. You know, keep on.
That we should be called the sons of the power. Therefore, the world knoweth us not.
Right, that's why the world looking at us weird. You know, they walking past us like, man, who is these guys, man? It's Christmas Day. You know, man, go open a present or something. You know, but we understand we got the true love, man, the true blessings. You know, and we're proud of that. We're proud that the world is looking at us like we're crazy, man. You know, can you keep on, man?
Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Right, because it knew Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah not. You know, the Most High didn't give them a chance. You know, that's why they sitting there, you know, cutting dirty ass trees and putting it in their living room and shit. You know, letting their kids walk around barefooted with these fucking plastic sticks in their fucking feet. Looking stupid.
That's why the Most High be casting judgment on these certain houses, man.
Catching on
These
fire.
trees be burning on, catching the house on fire, man. I did a video on it last year, and you know, Salaki, you know, it said that they know not Yahweh Shai. They know not the spirit of Yahweh Shai. How do we know that? Because they say that today is his birthday, and that's how they say that who the world calls Jesus Christ today is so-called Jesus Christ's birthday. But this is who they really talking about when they say it's his birthday. All right, they talking about this man right here. All right. And this is what they picked up during captivity, man.
Right.
Okay.
And why is that? It's because they have not known the Lord, man. The Most High never showed them. You know, we saw this picture, they be like, yo, man, what the hell you do, man? That ain't Jesus.
I heard one Jake actually say that's a demon.
Yeah, it was,
One Jake actually said
man, con.
Hey, and that's why that scripture is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
We know it was Bakashah.
First John, you start at top.
Yeah, come.
First John 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. The love. Now we, the sons of the power, and it doeth not yet appear what we should be.
Through.
You know, because right now
Through.
you're at a lower state, you know. You ain't got much to really show. You know, you look like so-called bums, you know. You look crazy coming out here preaching the word of the Heavenly Father on a goddamn Christmas Day. You know, people think we're strange.
Yeah, Salaki, bro. That's probably why that bitch fell, man.
Scoffing in our head.
That's right. That's right.
I know brothers didn't see for the camera, but this lady, man, she just bust her ass, man.
Right there. No slide.
Real quick,
Yeah, come.
1 Peter 4 verse 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye were not with them to the same access of riot, speaking evil of you, who shall not give account to him that is already to judge the quick and the dead. Amen. They want to come around and talk crap. They think we're strange because we're out here preaching the word of Heavenly Father. But hey, you know, you're looking at them strange also. Because like, why are you not putting your riches and your trust in the Lord right now, to where your spiritual bank account is going to grow? And that time in need is like, yo, I really need the Lord. So right now,
Time to cash out.
when that time comes, you really, you think you're begging now, you're going to be really begging, you're going to be begging for socks, a pair of shoes, you know, it's going to be real rough out there. The time to come.
Yeah, and they ought to add up too. I'm glad you brought that out, because it said they think it's strange that we're not able to the same access of right. But before, in those times, really a now too, but it's referring to the what the Gentiles were doing back in the day, right? How they were taking hold of all these philosophies of the different nations in which they were scattered. But we can also spiritually apply that to right now.
Yeah.
Because look at today. Today is Christmas. And like the water was saying earlier, like let's be honest. People understand and they know that no damn Jesus Christ wasn't born on no Christmas, no December 25th. But what do? They follow a multitude to do evil. And they say, oh, but now we're going to turn it into a family day. And we know it's not the case no more, but now it's going to be a family day where we all collect and have dinner and we share gifts and love one another. But yeah, exactly. You're still holding it and you're coming in that same spirit. And they think that we're strange now. We're not following them. We're not running in that same excess of rioting. But we're just going, we're supposed to do according to the Bible.
And if I can say this, Esau plays a big part in this, man. Because if you look around right now, all of these stores are shut down. Everybody has the day off, you know? So Esau is the main one who really promotes this wickedness, man. You know? Exactly. Just like the Most High has his solemn days and his days of rest, Esau wants to be like our power, man. So what does he do? What does he do? He gives everybody else a day of rest, man. You know?
Yeah, they don't get it, but this is really a day to worship the Edomites. Yeah. This is an Edomite worship day. Yeah. And that's all it is. He's trying to, he calls himself the Most High, and he wants to be like the Most High, so he has his own day in which he needs everybody to just glorify him. You know, today is my day. Yeah. That's what it's coming down to.
Yeah. Well, he says it's his birthday.
Exactly, it's his birthday. You know, it's his day to be worshiped. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is 1 John 3, verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it do not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Right. So we're going to endure being the oddballs right now.
That's
we
right.
don't mind.
That's right.
Because when Yahweh Shai come back, that's when we're going to get our true glory. All these people going to be walking past, and they're going to get, you know how they say before you die, your life flash before your eyes. All that's going to come right there. They're going to be like, damn, I remember walking past that. I remember walking past the dudes with dresses on, and they was looking mean on the side, screaming and all that. You know, they're going to remember all that.
Because when you panicking, those fucking memories go like fucking, they goes like 1,000 miles, you know, whatever. Yeah. Shit be going fast as hell. You thinking about all the fucked up shit you done done, nigga. And that's why your ass is,
to get that judgment.
Life is flashing before your eyes with all the messed up stuff you done done. At least when we die, we gonna be praying, like, you know, just have mercy, you know.
Yeah, so when they see this image come out and not that image, that's when they gonna know, they gonna remember us, and they gonna be like, I fucked up. There ain't gonna be no way I'm about to be saved right now.
Yeah, Ezekiel 33.
You know that feeling you get where, like, it feels like your heart drops. You know, like, oh, well, like the case of war.
Anxiety.
When the cops get behind you.
Yeah.
You know, your shit feels like, oh, this shit just gets all tingly.
You're tense.
These
Worse than that.
these motherfuckers gonna pass out. Yeah, these motherfuckers
They're gonna be shitting on themselves. There's gonna be shit coming out.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
This is
well, let me just finish this, brother. We shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And that was it. You know, we're gonna see him as he is. He's gonna be a so-called dark man, you know?
Yep. This
So-called black man stuff.
This is Ezekiel 33 and 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So just like what the brother said, when this come to pass, and lo, it will come, then they're going to know that a prophet have been among them. You know?
So this is Zephaniah 3 and 18. It says, I will gather them that are soft for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, and the promotion of the earth. Behold, at that time I will rescue all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will give them praise and fame. In every land where they have been put to shame. That's right. So the Lord is going to undo the people that afflicted us, and the Lord is going to give us praise and fame in every land we put to shame.
That's right.
It says, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back the captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord.
We're a special people, you know. We're a special set of people, you know. We're a special people to the Most High. That's why we're not supposed to be following the multitude of evil, you know.
we're put to shame, we're put down for not celebrating Christmas.
Why trim us down
We're
ways to seek
ashamed for
love?
saying that we don't want to celebrate, our brother that was killed. What's his name? That damn Cristobal Colon came over.
Hey, but that's so. Get 1 Peter 4 and I think 16.
You gotta think of the history of America. How many jigs were hung on Christmas? Back during the Reconstruction, Jim Crow times, man.
It wasn't just so-called black men hung. It was Issachar got hung.
Issachar too.
All tribes got hung, man.
This is 1 Peter 4 and 16. Yet, if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but
right. When it says suffer as a Christian, you gotta, that word Christian means follower of Christ, which we know is a follower of the Mashiach, So,
let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Lord. It's like the house of the power. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the power?
Yeah, what shall be the end of them which obey not the gospel, man? If the Heavenly Father starting his judgment with the men of the Lord, what about these niggas that's out here willfully sinning, man?
This is verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So we're going to scarcely be saved, where's the ungodly and the sinner going to appear? They're going to appear in some catastrophic fire, torment, pain. Unimaginable pain is coming to these people, man.
So it's locking, bro. Can you start at 12? Because I brought that out based off of this brother just said.
This is 1 Peter 4 verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which it to try you.
Right. This is just a trial, which I say this, I can't really speak for brothers that's just literally like in their first year, but this is light, This is like, people looking at us, like, oh, it's Christmas, all that's like, being the oddball not celebrating Christmas is light. But still, thinking not strange, man. Thinking not strange. Real quick, let me finish that.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, though some strange thing happen unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when the glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right, so hey, can you read that verse real?
Yes, sir. Verse 6. 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings.
Right, we're going to rejoice that we are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, man. Because Christmas, they call it Xmas, meaning cutting out Christ, meaning cutting out Hamashiach, man. Sure. They want to completely cut him out of this thing, man. This has nothing to do with Yahweh. This day, December 25th, there's nothing to do.
You got Revelation 11 and 18. It talks about where the Lord, our power, was crucified.
Yeah, come.
And the word in Christmas, the word mass means death.
Yeah, come.
Can I bring this out real quick? You finished with that, right?
Yeah.
This Acts 5 and 41. We were just speaking on our suffering. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. So think about that. You gotta be counted worthy just to suffer for Yahweh. People look at suffering as a bad thing, man. But if you suffering in wickedness, so weird. That's what it is. So we suffer for the fact that we fight to be saved up out of the hell that's coming to this place.
That's right.
The scriptures talk about when you suffer, when you go through chastisement, that it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. You know what I mean? And anything that yields fruit is something that's produced, right? So suffering of going through chastisement is going to produce peace, rest. The scriptures talk about how we're seeking the Lord's rest. And that's why you see us out here. The brother was going into how this day basically sin.
Get that Hebrews 4 and 11.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11, the scripture that the brother quoted. It says, "Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby." You know?
Right, and the brother was going into how this is a light affliction, and truth be told, it really is, you know. Not celebrating Christmas, you shouldn't want to do it anyway, regardless. But at the end of the day, it still is something that we're commanded not to do. And by doing that, we're still going to go through some kind of chastisement or affliction from our family, from friends, from loved ones, things like that, people at work. And at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah, because we're an example for the elect. You know, we go through our trials and tribulations, so we can teach other men, look, we've been through it, you know? That's why we're a body, you know? That's why we're brothers, we're a body, brothers got to bring their value too. That's why the scriptures talk about, you know, how Shai giving that parable of the pound. You know, you got to find your talent so you can bring your value to the body, so you can share your value to the elect. You know, he's the way, because this is even though this is easy, it looks easy, but you know, going home, you know, catching hell, things of that nature, you know, it fucks with brothers' minds, you know. Hey, if I may say, bro, some brothers got kids, you know, and that's the biggest excuse for people. We just do it for the kids, you know. Shit, I be sitting there arguing with my daughter, man. You fucking Santa Claus. You think a fat man can fit through a chimney? I'm like,
half of us don't even have chimneys.
God,
bro. It is, bro. Like, how is he gonna deliver all the gifts in one fucking night?
Right. Lies and bullshit.
It proves how simple these people are, because we can cut them with the scriptures, but we can really kill them with common sense. Because what the people are basically saying is, you're going to willfully lie to your children. And they're fine with that. They're fine with the traditional lie to their children.
Having the fantasy, you know, just living the fantasy. And that's what America is, man.
Deep sleep.
This big one fantasy. I work with this one dude from Ghana. I used to work with this one dude straight from Ghana. He said, man, I literally thought, you know, he bust his ass just to move to America, move his family to America. He said, I thought the fucking streets was paved with silver and gold. You know? And then he said, and I come to this shit, you know, Jake just signed the crime. He said, living the American dream. That's what he said every time he see me. Living the American dream. It's really a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what he said. You gotta be sleeping with the leader.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You gotta be sleeping the fucking dream, right?
Yeah.
It was never a reality.
Of all the lies we've been taught, even if you're old enough, it makes you question exactly what you believe in.
Yeah, con.
That lies, so what is the truth?
Con.
That's the biggest question.
That why factor. Go ahead.
If I can say this too, you know, because the brother said you have all these people that are basically living in a fantasy world. It reminds me of the people during the time of Noah. You know, they were doing the same thing. You know, they were marrying, giving into marriage. You know, it was living it up in wickedness, man. And what do you have? The same thing all over again, man. You know, so what's gonna happen to those people? The same thing that happened to the people during the time of Noah, but with fire, man.
It all goes back to witchcraft.
Yeah, that's sorcery.
Can I bring this out real quick? This is Sirach 12 and 6. It says, "For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment."
Right.
The Most High is keeping these people against the mighty day of their punishment.
Yeah.
But this could be the last Christmas they out celebrating, and they don't even know it, you know?
Yeah, all these wicked ass people riding around on scooters, you know, being in a mirthful, jolly spirit because they're celebrating Saturnalia. The Heavenly Father is reserving them for judgment, man.
Yeah, a lot of people gonna die in 2019. I'm not sure.
If I could bring this up, this is 1 Peter's. Yeah. This is like 2 Peter's chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 5. It says, "And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should after live ungodly." So that was supposed to be an example unto these people, you know. But you have what? You have these people who literally are doing the same thing that the wicked were doing back then, but even worse, man, to the furthest extent. You know, they're with the furthest left, man. You know?
Part of the reason why we're out here is to let people know that it may not say it specifically in the Bible, but celebrating Christmas is a sin and it's ungodly.
Right? And that's why Esau fought so hard to take our nationality away from us. Right. Because the scriptures say the things that was written aforetime was written while learning. But if you read the scriptures not understanding that you are the people that it's talking to,
it pertains
then you're never going to understand the things that was written aforetime was written for you to learn.
That's right.
You know?
If I could finish this off. Yeah, I'll read verse 6 again. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them ensamples unto those that should after live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
And now, so like real quick, we living in a world where if you don't agree with homosexuality, you're with. You're with. Like, yo, they like, yo, what you got against him? What do you do to you? They what? You know, it's like,
you even have, you got these so-called thug niggas saying, oh, if it's not around me, then, still condoning.
It's the thug niggas that's getting
You got jail niggas that say, I wasn't the one getting popped.
Yeah, so I ain't gay.
I was, getting, doing the popping. But that's
crazy.
not gay.
What you said? You said they born like that, right?
I mean, that's what they say.
But in a sense, they are.
Yeah, in a sense.
How was y'all put them under that curse?
It's cursing.
That's a curse of it.
Proverbs 17 verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord.
Right, so if you saying you okay with that shit, saying, oh, hey, it don't bother me, nah, man, you just like that. You gonna get that same punishment, man. Because you don't understand that we are the nation of Israel is all one, man. That's why back in the day, when you get a homosexual, you supposed to kill him before all, man, so that everyone may fear, man. You don't want that virus to spread throughout the whole body, man.
That's right.
We the body of Yahweh Shah, man. We don't want no damn homosexual around us, man.
Literally
That's a doc.
That's what they be spreading, all these damn diseases.
Yeah,
that's why I said Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Right. You look at that word conversation, it goes back to conduct.
And it's
what people were actually doing. He had to witness these things, man. All right, and we're living in a time where we have to witness wickedness, man. All right, and that's why we're out here, man, because we're witness.
Right, and we learn from that damn example.
That's right.
These people know about Sodom and Gomorrah and still be a damn fact.
Right, because what it's coming down to is they don't have the fear of the Lord. They talk about it. Yeah, they talk about the fear of the Lord, but they do things like that. It don't scare them.
Can I ask a question?
Micah 2 verse 10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
So when you start thinking America is home, hey, I got that American pride. You watching the Olympics, you going hard for America. USA, all that shit. Hey, you start thinking it's your rest, it's going to destroy you even with a sword destruction.
My bad. What Jake say when like the Gulf War and all that shit was kicking off? We going to war.
We who?
That remind you of that house nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so when we sick, while that nigga coughing, you fine. What the fuck you mean is we sick?
Stockholm.
Hey, you got Hebrews 4?
Yeah, Hebrews.
Well, I hope I ain't interrupted something personal. I mean, I don't want to
One second, man. 1 second. Keep moving.
It's Hebrews 4:11. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Right, and it says, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest. This ain't out of rest. We're laboring to enter into the rest, which is the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
We fighting for eternal life. Yahshua, man. The true Israel, man. We want to go back home, man.
Yeah, that shit over Israel right now. That's not Israel. We Israel. We the people.
We want that peace of mind, man. Jake don't even have. You can be at home in your living room. You just good for the night and still don't have a fucking peace of mind, man. Knowing that your phone can ring and change your whole fucking day. This place is fucking polluted, man.
That's right.
Good.
Nah, but yeah. Oh, cause the faggot thing. They said they're making it broad. To make it letting it be known that it's okay to be a faggot.
So when you become a faggot, you get benefits. It hurts. You know, bitches like you more. You know, the job's gonna hire you, or else you could go to the goddamn place and then tell them that look, this place is discriminating. This place needs to be shut down. They're not conducting business properly. You know, and that let it be known through children. It's like, yo, it's okay, you know, to be a fucking homosexual. It's okay to be around it. That's why when brothers really harp on a situation as far as like when men say, as long as they don't try to hit on me, I'm good. You know, but that's messed up, man. You don't want to be around that type of environment to where that nigga shit is gonna rub off on you. Yeah, I know there's times, cause there's a company I work for. Some nigga wind up going to New York who was out there in the East Village. He wind up coming back to be a homosexual. Now this nigga's married and they think he's pregnant. But you know, in reality, you know, that nigga was getting, he was getting driven in New York.
I'm about to bring this out. This is Sirach chapter 27, verse 13.
It does. 2 Peter 1:5. It's nice.
You got a question?
Well, I wanted to ask about, I hope I want to interrupt you because I was enjoying what you had to say. I was raised without Christmas. And my dad died. But anyway, that was my question.
Oh, what was your question?
If I was interrupting a personal meeting because I don't want to, but I wanted to, I do have a scripture I thought was nice.
Nah, if you got a question, ask a question.
Well, I did ask if I was interrupting a person.
Yeah, you are.
I apologize. I was just, but I like 2 Peter 1:5. Thank you.
Sirach.
I'm glad to see people enjoy the Bible.
Sirach chapter 27, verse 13. It says, the discourse of fools is irksome, and their sport is in the wantonness of sin. And when you look up that word wantonness, it means willful. It says their sport, their actions, their conduct is in willful sin. That's what our people do, man. And it's irksome, man. That's why the brother said you can't even have a peace of mind sometimes. You know, you get off of work, you just like, damn, man, I want to go home for real. You know, you get home, and you like, man, I want to go home.
God, dive
So
into the scriptures.
Paying some extra ass taxes, you know, maybe you late on your rent, so now they're gonna hit you with fees and stuff like that. Not knowing what situation you're going through. You know, maybe your car got towed, and then you got a speeding ticket, you know, because you was late going to an interview or something like that. You know, they don't know what you're doing, but they're gonna hit you with all these.
God.
Now you late on your credit card, now you late on your car payment.
God.
That's just because one little fucking hit.
If you try to get another job or if you try to work extra hours, they still might take more taxes on you.
More taxes come.
And then you so fucked up about all this shit, you just like, let me go get me a drink.
Yeah.
You gonna go to the bar just to get a cold little brew for a second.
This gonna be a faggot
And
sermon.
then, yo, true story, last night, man, the brother Rashad went to the bar. There's a police just sitting in this car right outside the bar, waiting for a motherfucker.
Yeah, to come out.
You know,
Yeah.
people in here drinking.
Yeah, God.
So this is that trap that America puts you in. Now you got a whole other problem.
Yeah, God.
You know?
The scriptures say, the scriptures say he sitteth in the lurking places, man.
Mhm.
There's just various snares that this place gets you in, man. That's why the scriptures say, depart from this place, man. Mentally and spiritually.
Yeah,
right?
man. And that's why the scriptures going back. It says, follow not to do.
Follow a multitude.
Follow not a multitude to do evil, man. Because you go to the bar is fucked up, man. You know, in certain days you just don't go to the bar. I'll just say that. They do be waiting. Like they'll wait down the street. You know, like you know over there in Oakland Mills, fucking Second Chance. They stay over there.
Like tonight, they it's guaranteed in different parts of the city, they might have sobriety checkpoints.
Yeah. That's why it's good to just stay the fuck home. Try to get a bro. That's the government. That's the government Christmas present to you. You know, try to find a drunk driver. You know, and you see how messed up that is. It's like, oh, it's all joy and happy until you see them lights come on. Like, try to sober up. You know, it's too late. It's too late. He's already got you.
That's right.
And you just thinking in your head, a lot of the times when the police pull you over, man, there's actual crime that's going on out here.
God.
What the hell are you doing stopping me for something so petty, man?
God.
You know?
God.
A lot of times it be like the most pettiest thing.
God.
You know? And they just want to stop you to give you a ticket for some bullshit.
You know that it goes because I was thinking about that the other day. They'll pull you over for some bull crap, give you the ticket or a citation, same shit. But then you go to the courthouse, they'll throw the case out, but you still gotta pay the ticket. You know? And then that's just going to show you they just wasting taxpayers' money. I mean, you could have been out there busting somebody for fucking selling drugs. But you gotta come with me because I rolled to a stop sign, you know?
You see all this wickedness?
all the shit that brothers are signing crying about, it's all gonna go back on Esau's head, and we understand that. That's why that's give us the peace of mind. You know that at least we know that it's gonna come to an end. You got that?
Ezekiel 7 verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways.
Right now is the end come upon thee, coming upon Esau. You know, hey, like we was talking about it on the way, man. Ain't no damn Christmas carols and none of that shit going on, man. You know, back in the day when I was growing up, you would have a motherfucking firefighter with Santa Claus on the top, handing out candy cans and shit. You don't see none of that shit today, man.
The Christmas parades,
Yeah, man.
Right, cuz.
What the fuck going on?
Cuz.
Everybody waiting for tomorrow and shit.
Right.
When is this winter break gonna be over, man? You know?
Yeah, I remember working down here, just like what? Last year. This whole street was lit up with lights. Everything was lit up.
Oh yeah, they put the things on the front here.
Everywhere.
They ain't got it before. Look at it. That shit not even lit.
They got one.
Yeah, that's how America is, man.
Hey, keep going, bro.
Yeah, I'll read it again.
Read it again.
Ezekiel 7 verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways.
According to thy ways. You know, so Esau gonna be judged according to his ways, which we just explained, you know, in the various amount of sign and crime, is that it's very wicked, you know, and he gonna be judged according to his ways. Keep on.
And will recompense upon thee all thine abominations.
Right, and he gonna pay you back for all of your abominations.
Verse 4. And mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Right. Read it. Keep on.
Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come.
Right, it's coming, man. So all you so-called white people and everybody that's following the ways of Esau, you know, you gonna have to pay for that, man. You know, did it say double? You gonna give it back double?
Clips? No, I don't have any. Maybe we put a more. You can just switch up.
Ezekiel 7 verse 4. And mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity.
Right, you're not gonna have pity, man. If you get Amos 1 you know, he's not gonna have pity on you, man. Esau gonna be looking for a time. You know, he gonna be hoping that damn, I hope they don't cut my head off. You know, damn, I hope he don't take my wife from me. You know, we're not gonna have no pity, man. You know, no exceptions. The shit that you done to us.
It's Amos 1 and 11. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Right.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity.
Yeah, he cast off all pity. He said, I ain't gonna have no pity on him. You know? What movie was that? The Birth of a Nation. You know, the dude had a big ass banquet or a party or whatever, and one of his guests wanted the man's wife, which was Gabrielle Union. You know? And he forced that man's wife away from him. Ain't have no pity, man. No pity. He cast off all pity. But we supposed to love the white man? You know?
This is Psalm 109 and 10. It says, let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he have, and let the stranger spoil his labors. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. That's talking about Esau. It says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with with the Lord. So like all this stuff he did, you remember with the Lord, right? He says, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the brokenhearted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We the brokenhearted, man.
Right.
And they, basically, when all hell breaks loose, they gonna seek our souls.
Right.
Seek after us.
It said, let him be in no more remembrance because he had cast off all mercy pretty much.
Yeah, let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth.
Right. So it's gonna get to a point in time to where we won't see Edom like no more. That's right. We're gonna be burning them all. The way though you see an Edomite, it's like when you see a rat. You know? It's like, hey, what the fuck is that? You know? It's gonna get to that point. You know?
You gotta prove some type of killing. This is Romans 13 verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. So hey man, he's on the love. He's not trying to fulfill the law, man. He's just a total wicked guy. That's why it said let his children be continued vagabonds.
Well, he broke the brotherly covenant when he stood on the side with the Babylonians. You know? That's why I say what it say in Psalm 137.
This is Obadiah, verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. That's pretty straightforward, man. Yeah, you know, that shame is covering them, man, because all these alternative sites, all the access that we have to gain these records and to go back, you know, to look at what they actually have done. They making movies about the shit. It's pretty much, it's documented. It's pretty much making mockery, man. But that shame is covering them because when this stuff is brought up, you can see it in their countenance, man. You can see it in their spirit, you know?
Well, they gonna have to pay for it. Right?
Exactly, that's what it says. It says, and thou should be cut off forever. You're gonna be cut off forever for all that you brought. Con, this is Obadiah, this is verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou should be cut off forever.
Right, so for all you so-called white people, the violence that you did to our people, shame is going to cover you. And it does. You know what we had that one Jake take his shirt off in front of the tent and kneel down. See how Satan was? You know what I mean? That Edomite, he was just saying, hey, if you want payback, go ahead. I'll be the sacrifice type of shit. You know? And then come up and be like, oh, it wasn't us. We didn't do it. I don't agree with it.
If the Apostle Paul can take on how much can one Edomite?
Isaiah 14 verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Isaiah 14 verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right, so all you so-called white people that's walking up and down these streets right now, hey, we're preparing slaughter for you, you know, for the iniquities of your fathers, man.
The Most High, Yahweh Bashim al-Shah is going to read that he's going to really get busy. Right?
Yep.
When you read, what is it, Isaiah 63, you know, the Lord got to sacrifice in Basra. No, you know, go ahead and get what you got first. Okay. Now it's just quote.
This is Ezekiel 25 and 14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
Right, according to the anger of the Yahweh outside, man. You angry at this so-called white man, you don't know the half. You don't know the half of what the Most High. Hey, you cannot tell me you will go up to an Edomite baby and rip his head off and not have an ounce of remorse.
You know, anger and children
Well, that's why the scripture say, therefore wait ye upon me. Because the Lord will put the train storms.
This is Ezekiel 25 and 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and
they shall know my vengeance. They shall know. So when we finally get our hands on it, they're going to know the vengeance of the Lord. Who's going to use? Who's going to use the all right?
No, you.
This is Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double to her, double according to her works.
Double unto her according to her works. You know, what is certain things that they did to us?
How was we rewarded? You know, we was rewarded with a yoke of iron around our necks. You know, they castrated the men. You know, they raped the women.
They cut the children to alligators.
Yep, fit the children to alligators, and that's documented stuff. You know, taking horses back on the Romans, they were supreme for torture.
Yeah, you know the one girl, you can tell me,
Even when they first came over here with the Northern Kingdom, it was estimated to between 20 to 100 million of the Northern Kingdom blood was shed.
Yeah, you killed their animals. You know, you killed their livestock.
They like that scene from the movie about John Lance, that big crowd of buffalo stuff. The name was Sorcerer.
I'm glad he brought that up because he saw like some trade that the Native Americans were just killing them and then leaving them dead. But in all reality, it was them. It was just like the same thing as the scalping thing. You know? It's like there was all Edomites doing that with this shit, man. It wasn't Jake.
And it was all of them. It was the French, it was the Dutch, all right?
The Arabs,
You had the
Spaniards,
English. It was all of them. So you got Edomites to say that wasn't my father's, this and that. Nah, your father's participating.
Hey, real quick, Salah. You finished? You read that one time?
This is Revelations 18:8. It's like it's 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double.
Yeah, man. Everything you did to us is gonna be double, man. Right. And then once we finish fucking you up, you're gonna be done.
This is Psalms 137. In verse 7, it says, "Remember, O Lord, Yahweh, Yahushua, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, and thou hast served us." It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones."
Yeah, because the men that the Most High put the Spirit on, we would be according to his right? You know? This is what they be waiting for, man.
You see how David, when walked up with God, he was a prophet, man. You see how he equated Edom unto Babylon within the next precept. Okay? So look at you. Hey, look, if you got that spiritual eye, the Rakak Wadash is dealing with you, you gonna know where we at, what time we
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 5. "And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him to the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity."
Right. Neither have ye pity. You know? They don't feel sorry for a motherfucking thing. Go kill their ass. You know? That's gonna be our orders. Jeremiah 6.
Verse 6. "Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children."
God damn. Slay utterly both old. Bro, you see an old motherfucker walking around with a cane across the street, you supposed to go kill his ass. You know?
Well, this what happened. It happened in history.
That's right.
The Lord gave certain men an exemption for judgment, and the rest, the Lord gave the command of the angels to smite. Have no pity, women, little children, 2 years old, infants. They were all put to death. You know?
Well, it's gonna talk about we're not supposed to go back to children's blood.
Because you do that over the sword of the blood.
Yeah, it's talking about how to look at the ancient of our people.
And this is just real quick, Malachi 3:6, it says, "For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob will not consume." Because people like to say, oh, that God in the Old Testament, he's different now, this and that, as if he went to anger management or something. He's a whole other type of guy. No. The Lord don't change, man. His message don't change. These prophecies don't change. You know?
He's bound by his prophecy.
That's right, man.
You know, that's why it seemed like he turned his face away. But everything, according to the precept, according to the prophecy, is playing out.
He's the Lord has spoken. All we can do is
all we can do is prophesy,
man. That's all we can do. You know?
Yeah, well, that's why the Christian churches like disregard prophecy. They don't want to read the prophecies. They don't want to take them. Because when you read about the prophecies, most of them have come to pass, but some of them they haven't been active.
That's why they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shah. That's right. The spirit of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy.
Yep, that's right.
That's the funny part about it, because there's prophecies throughout
the whole Bible.
That's why when people say that God changed, how come there's still bad things in the New Testament? You can't refute that.
It says, Ezekiel 9, I read verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And
It's nothing new under the sun. You know? So all you women, right? Proud ass women.
I see what happened in Indonesia. They was over there dancing. But that's how it is, man. That quick.
Partying, playing games, then right there, right at that peak of you enjoying yourself, judgment.
That's how Jake always want party and bullshit. Exodus it says as they rose up early to play.
But they show you that in
DMV last show.
He wrote that slaughter.
Yeah, he in that joint. Sticking motherfuckers and shit. Shit got real.
It's Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and they shall fish them.
Right, that's what we're doing right now. It's fishing. That's not our only job. This is just part 2 to
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right, so you go ahead and keep on fucking with all you want. You know, hunting.
Talk about how the least they gonna come up out of their pits and everything. Out of every hole. How do you gonna be scared of Yahweh Shah when you come back? You know?
It's funny because that was a show about Stranger Things, and that was a monster, which people declare us as a monster, but the monster was going around doing different things, and so come to find out, there's something bigger than this. They go to the other side, they see everything destroyed. That's basically how this is. Right now, all we see is illusion. When this place comes down, it's going to be destroyed just like that.
Yeah, this place is already destroyed. People don't even know it, man. You know, this is playing out, man.
Exactly.
That's why they're known also as The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah. These people don't have no life in them, man.
Yeah, this is the valley of the shadow of death, man. It's going to show itself to me that too.
Right.
When all hell breaks loose.
And you're gonna see who's who in it when that hell breaks loose. Because that starving belly, man, people that you think you friends with now, when them niggas is hungry for 2 weeks, man, they're gonna be looking at them.
2 weeks, I give them 3 days.
This part is cold.
This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wicked, that use these niggas, Esau, definitely Esau, shall be stubborn. The day cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither or rest, which means nothing at all.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to rebuild. After the nuclear destruction, they're not going to be able to rebuild this place up. You know, it's going to be nothing but a desert. For years, America's going to burn, man. You know?
All of them got their nukes.
No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right. You got fuel and nukes, and ain't it a volcano over there in
Yosemite.
Yeah, Yosemite.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, the scripture said that the day is coming that's going to burn as all the proud and all that do wickedly, you know. So all of these people that's proud, you know, they're going to be done away with. You know, they're going to be burnt up.
Fuel to the fire, man.
Yeah, you know. All these people that celebrate Christmas willingly, you know, knowing you're not supposed to be celebrating. Please, no pictures. Please, no pictures.
Sorry.
All these guys that celebrate Christmas willingly, knowing you're not supposed to celebrate. This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 7. It says, "Therefore saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness." Right, so we're out here to warn the people, like, look, you're doing wickedly, man. You're not supposed to be celebrating Christmas. You're not supposed to be celebrating Thanksgiving. You're not supposed to be celebrating the New Year, man. The New Year is gonna that's witchcraft too. It's not a New Year. Yeah, it's not a New Year according to the you're supposed to fear the Lord, man. Yeah, I'm supposed to fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. These people don't come to fear right now. They see they don't see spirituality.
But that's the definition of pride right now. The definition of pride
The Sirach 10 verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
See, that is when one departed from the Most High. And like we mentioned, these people, they know that Christmas is a pagan holiday, but what do? They still choose to celebrate it. Oh, we do it for the kids. You know, which is the worst excuse you could ever give. You know, because now not only are you perverting yourself, but you're perverting your offspring, man.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe they're more pure, so that's going to inherit that lie, or that's a lying seed to that child. Who's going to keep watering that lying seed, and that child's going to grow up to like basically realize that Santa Claus ain't real. The child in the way that they should go, and they should not depart from it. You're gonna train your child up in this Christmas shit. They're not gonna depart from that, man. They're gonna grow up and then they're gonna train their children. And their children gonna train their children. You know, and that's further getting them away from their true power, man. Who's gonna save them, man? You know?
It's a generational lie, man. You know? Yeah, that's why people. That's how we have lost our heritage, man. But what we're telling our people, we're giving them the life, we're giving them the true waters. You know?
Yeah. This is Sirach 12 and 10. 10 and 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and that have itself pour. It's and he that have it shall pour out abominations.
Yeah, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. And what is Christmas? A wicked and abominable, filthy holiday, man. I like to call them folly days, you know, because that's exactly what it is, man. It's folly, you know. It's foolishness unto the Heavenly Father, man. The scriptures say that the Most High despises your feast days, man. You know, meaning that He is greatly grieved. Okay, the scripture. If we can get Isaiah 4:1, you know, the scriptures say that the Most High is a controversy with this place, man. All right, you got something?
Back in Sirach 10, it says, verse 13, it says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord Yahweh brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly.
Yep, strange calamities and overthrew them utterly, man. You know, and that's what's getting ready to come into the light. All right, what were those strange calamities? Those strange calamities are the things that happened to the time of Noah. All right, during
caring God, you know, also comes with wrath, man. All right? Babakashah, if you can get Sirach 5 and 5, you know? You got it out.
This is Matthew 24, verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. You know, that's what's going on right now. Basically letting them know, look, we're building the ark and getting ready. Yahushua is getting ready to get inside of it. You better get prepared so you can enter into the ark.
Yeah, you can tell they was probably one of man, you been saying that for years. What they doing? Hey man, they been saying the world is coming for years. And they saying, look, go ahead, I get married this week. Like, that's how these things is, man. They ain't taking the word of the Lord serious.
Yeah, and it's something they were eating and drinking until the day that Noah got in the ark. As soon as they seen the judgment, that's when they wanted to turn into the Heavenly Father. You know, when we told them all along that this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. You know, it's just like you see a red light, you see a yellow light come up ahead, you know that's about to turn red, but you want to speed through it. And what happens? Your ass getting a fucking car crash, man. You know?
When you see that light flash,
what?
You in DC, you be like, I know that shit.
Gun.
Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Right, so that was Hosea was writing into specific people. He said to who was he talking to? He was talking to Israel. You know, talking to Israel. I thought he was gonna be again. But yeah, man, you got so the Lord got controversy with the land. So then he got a, you know, the Lord got beef with the land. So layman's terms for people that don't understand. You know, so yeah.
Will the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land? Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land.
See that? No truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge, man. You know? Which we're giving the people of knowledge. The scriptures say that if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So it's not that the knowledge is lost. The scriptures is ours. Wisdom is on the highways and hedges. And you niggas is lost, man. Why? Because you want to continue on with things, man. Alright? Like I say, we are one of those cheap days today, man. It's a lot of the Lord is fed up, man. He's about to bulk of our people out there celebrating this shit. There's no truth, no knowledge, no mercy in the land.
Well, what the brother just said, he said earlier, as far as they do for the kids. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense, man. You know? Actually, if you can get Slocky, matter of fact, if you can get the 12, yeah, you can get that.
Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Yeah, man, most I got a problem with you people. Keep going.
Yeah. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Heavenly Father in the land. You know?
Verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery.
It says by swearing and lying. Hey bro, it's coming out more and more that these jakes have been in jail for 20 plus years is now being acquitted of all charges after they already served a 20-year bid. You know? That's no mercy. That's wicked, man.
And if I could add it, in these judicial systems, bro, what book do they got you swearing in? Like, what book do they hold as the standard? You come in there, okay, you know, you put your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and these motherfuckers are in there lying, man, and putting Jake away. They ain't got the fucking pay.
That's why Esau is known as the hypocrite.
In the fucking head, Esau slaves the president, gave him 1611, King James 1.
Yeah, con. That's gonna be paid, man. And even had that Trump try to quote the scripture talking about 2 Corinthians. You know? Like, you mean 2 Corinthians? You know, and that's why you devils need to not even, you heathens need to not even touch these scriptures, man. All right, this is our book, man. This is written by Israelites for Israelites. Okay, you got it.
They break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
And that's the judgment that's to come to America, man. All right, for there being no truth, no mercy. All right, and all of the wickedness going on, man. You know, that's how all of that. It took for these so-called white people. They did all of that to dumb you down into believing their way of life, man. You know, these pagan holidays come from our captivity, man. All right. So why would we celebrate something that enslaved us? Why would we celebrate something that puts us on a low frequency, that puts us on a low vibration? All right. The scriptures say that we're the greatest people on earth. You know? Meaning that what? We ought to come back into who we truly are. Okay? Not following, and stop following after these heathens, man. You know? Yeah, that was it on that. You can get the Sirach.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, and verse 6. It says, and say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
Yeah, come on, read it again.
Come on. This is Sirach, chapter 5, verse 6. And say not, his mercy is great.
And that's what our people do, man. All right? Oh, God is love. God loves everybody, you know? Well, where was the love when he destroyed the whole world and left only 8 souls? Okay? Where was the love when he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah in the neighboring cities? You know?
He even got Lot's wife looking back.
Yeah. You know?
Like how you know, like people like world guys like
yeah.
So like they failed to read the scripture where it says you can't serve 2 masters. Her looking back shows that she had love for the other side. You gotta understand what you're reading into, man. This hey man, she was set to it's a game, man. The Most High is the done. You know? We soldiers of the done. You know? We out here, we marking our territory. You know? This all belongs to Yahweh Hashem Shah. Like back in the ancient world, when you was when you go to war, you know, you burn and destroy all of that, anything that they're worshiping. You know, all that fuck that shit up, man. You know, and we proclaim and we put the law statutes and commandments there. Now this is Yahweh Hashem Shah's territory, man. That's right, you know.
Yeah, this is Psalm 47 and 2. It says, for the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob whom he loved. Salah. The Most High is gone up with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. Sing praises unto the power. Sing praises unto our King. Sing praises.
Yeah, it says that the Most High was a terrible power, man. Yeah, fuck you up.
He's king over all the earth, man.
Oh, wait, what is it? Exodus 15. He said the Lord is a man of war. The Lord, Yahweh is his name. He's war ready, man. You know, he sets kings up. He sets them up.
Like Messiah always say, man, he ain't coming to be with that cupcake. Say Valentine's Day.
Now, that was a beautiful point you made because you said basically everything we're taking it down and we're exalting the name to the heavenly Father. So if I can bring this
2 Corinthians 10 and 5. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
You see that? It says bringing into captivity every thought that is to the obedience of Mashiach Yahushua, man. You know, that's what we're doing, man. Because pursuant to Revelation 11 and 8, this world is Xing out Hamashiach. You know, this world is Xing out our image. Okay, the true image. All right, the true image of the Heavenly Father Yahweh.
That's
you know,
9 and 24.
Yeah. You know,
Covered the faces of the judges.
You know, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. You know, and what is that covering cast come with? What is those these faces come with? It comes with a philosophy. All right, a philosophy of wickedness, man. All right, and that's why you have Christmas. You know? So that's what we're doing, man. As this world is Xing out from Mashiach, we're constantly exalting him, man. We're constantly lifting up his name, man. All right, and shedding the real light, okay? Because the light of this world, the light of this world is synthetic, man. You know.
The barbershop, can you give me a Proverbs where we talk about the strange woman?
Oh yeah.
Tell you about the end of the ways with the strange woman, you know? I guess you can probably start from the time.
This is Proverbs 7 and 1. It says, my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live. And my law is as the apple of thine eye.
The law says the commandments are pro-life. Rather than prolongs life. It gives you, it adds on life. It adds on days to life.
Scriptures say this is your wisdom and the sight of your
They say apple of your eye. It's like your head is like how we are to the Most High, man. You're supposed to hold this close, man. You know, that's why she keeps saying keep the commandments. Verse 3, it says, bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her word.
All these other philosophies out there, they flatter with their words. You know, they look pretty on the outside, but on the inside, definitely.
Yeah, but it's like Esau. And he said his words was butter, it was words. Yeah, if you want to use the example of a woman, she just tried to get something out of it. If you know she got bad outfit, so you're supposed to use wisdom. You know? Shit, you know, spend probably a couple dollars and hit her and know the lead. And now you like, that's what you know what I'm saying is that that was completely bad.
Like if I can say this, in this case, the strange woman is strange philosophies, all right? What is she trying to take from you? She's trying to take your integrity, man. She's trying to take your crown, man.
And this woman trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, you don't play with this strength.
No, she's not strange. She's not strange.
Yeah.
If I can had a quick precept. This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 14. It says, and blessed is the Enoch which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity. Eunuch. Eunuch. It says, blessed is the eunuch which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity, nor imagine wicked things against the Most High. For unto him shall be given the special gift of faith and an inheritance in the temple of the Lord. It says more acceptable to his God. All right, and spiritually we are those eunuchs, man. You know, because in Revelation it said that what? We are virgins. All right, in us is found no doubt because we didn't sleep with that strange woman. You know, we chose what? We chose to stay with the proper woman. This is these scriptures, man.
Back to Proverbs. This is Proverbs 7 and 5. It says that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger will flatter with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through the casement, and beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youth a young man void of understanding, passing through the streets near her corner,
and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and a subtile heart.
Yeah, and that's how these strange philosophies come, man. You know, they come seducing you, man. Yeah. You know? Oh, it's Christmas, man. You get gifts. You know? It's for kids. You know, it's gonna be fun. You know? All the family's gonna be over. You know, that's that seducing spirit, man. But what? We don't fall into that shit, man. You know, we choose to follow the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua no matter what.
When you meet a girl, you might take her to your house or you go to her house and then you're dealing with other niggas. She's loving the man. She just running game. That's why I said she had the tie of a holler. You know, Jake, man. You see a bad joint, you like, I'm trying to hit that. So she knows. She that's how she grabbed our attention. You know?
Yeah, you got Jake, you trying to catch fish, but they looking at you like you a fish, they trying to catch fish.
She trying to take every, like, I don't know, Jake, listen to Dave East, that story of Keisha, she robbed that nigga blind.
Right.
You know? Robbed that man blind. You know, verse 11, it says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without. Now in the street and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him with the impudent face. Said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I found thee.
Yeah, that's basically that's pretty much the point on that, you know. But that's how these seducing spirits come, man. You know, they come in a form to make it seem like it's something good, but really in turn it's destroying your spirit, man. You basically giving up your integrity to follow the masses, man. You know, to follow a multitude to do this. You know, what it says, what the righteous. I'm gonna speak about the scriptures, man.
That's why in the beginning it said, keep my words, keep my commandments. You know, we're supposed to always hold on to the wisdom that was taught to you, man, so that you don't fall for that. You know.
Yeah, that's why the brother said earlier. He said, "What? Train up a child in the way he should go." You know, because you have a lot of people who say that they celebrate these wicked holidays for the children. You know, but really. That's in turn, because now that child is going to grow up not ever knowing the truth when you knew the truth and you still chose to teach your child that, you know, and then they're going to teach their children's children. You know, it's just going to be an ongoing cycle.
This is Proverbs 21, verse 3. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice.
You know, that's the reason why I brought that up, because, amen, you know, we're just men. We love to do the right things that please the Lord, you know? Yeah. So whatever is necessary, we're going to do it. So like brother was talking about, train up a child where he should go, and he shall not depart from thee. You know, that's what we're looking to become. Those children that hasn't been departed from the Lord. You know?
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 16. It says, they that fear the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, will seek that which is well pleasing unto him.
Right. If you truly love the Lord, you're going to seek that which is well pleasing unto him. So you're going to hold on to the wisdom. You know, you're not going to let it depart from you. You know, because hey, say beautiful, badass walk past, and she wants you looking at you, and then she make it known she got a man and all that. What you going to do? You'll be like, man, I see you do this.
It really deals with understanding. Just like you have different philosophers, just like that. You know, the RFID chip, the market pieces, basically market pieces, Christianity. You know, God guys talking about the Sabbath, it's Friday night, Saturday night. There's a bunch of different stuff. Or you can get lined up. You can get all this different dumb shit. You know what? Is what? It's showing that what? These men are still fornicating. They're not those units. Those are not those virgins. They're sleeping with the woman. And what's the woman? The woman is the well-favored harlot of America. You know, in which basically do as thou wilt. Yeah, they got drunk. Yeah, that's another way you can look at it too. Jake is drunk out here, man. Stumbling, vomiting. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 7 and 26. It says, "For she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her."
Yep.
You know, into these other
yeah, because you got men that have been deep. They've been going into, you know, the room scriptures. They know better. You know, they might even with the sword. Then that well-favored harlot come around. You know, and then everything he ever was taught was out to fucking do that. You know, that's really because he wasn't rooted. Going to Matthew 13th chapter about the seed and what happened. He said the ones that wasn't the ones that got choked by the thorns, if I'm not mistaken, what? The cares of the world. You know, that's what happened. The cares of the world. That's what we was going to over here. Basically what happened. He's basically saying how these guys that push that, the RFID chip, is not the mark of the beast. He's basically teaching the world. Think about it. If you teach that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, you know that's the tall tale sign that America is over. Now, you can't teach prosperity doctrine. You can't tell everybody everything's going to be all right. You can't build up a community. Because when you build up that community, what? You will have to take up that mark. They're going to have to take that chip. So what the hell is the point of building a community? Because that's what Jake wants to do. Jake wants to isolate Israel in America so they can build up a community in America. They want to still conduct the same way in America. But when you teach that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, that shit goes out the window. Ain't no teaching prosperity in America.
That goes to the scripture, the love of money is the root of all evil.
There you go. That chip is the love of money. That's exactly what it is, because like how you even said on the comment board, whatever, like that's what, you know, through the spirit. All right, you don't believe it. You don't believe the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Well, are you going to take the chip? Now what? What you going to do now? No, ain't no answer to that. But they stuck. They're waving. They're double-minded. You know? Yeah. They're given to change. Oh, the scripture was bringing out earlier. You know, it applies. You know? And that's what a harlot does. A harlot change your fucking mind. Sway your way. That's what women want to do. They lay that thing up on you and they want you to operate under their banner.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Bring it up. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. It says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her."
Yeah, the sinner, because that's why that's the mark of the beast. The sinner is going to be taken by this, because it is a philosophy. It comes with a philosophy. It comes with a thought process. You know, are you going to get down with the system and the things what Esau wants to implement in his enterprise, or are you saying fuck the system?
That's the image.
Yeah, which that's the image.
You're going to come with a mark, you know, to see if you really down for his image in his system. This is Proverbs 14, verse 15. "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going."
Right, you got to use wisdom.
Yep.
It's about wisdom. You know, because that's what the whole point of us coming out teaching the word, pushing the mark of the beast. It's a wisdom that's going to, what is supposed to say? And what's going to sustain them in the last days? Knowledge and wisdom. That means stability at that time. It's wisdom to say, look, don't take the arm by the chip. It's the mark of the beast. You know, that's wisdom. And that's what's going to hold you down. You know?
You see in the actual testament for taking the chip versus you not taking the chip, you just believing in the Lord. It's talking about trusting in the Lord. You'll be path to be cool.
Yeah.
You trust in man, you get dead.
Exactly.
1 Corinthians 10:13, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to a man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. Maybe y'all put that out.
No, we didn't bring that out.
Yeah, so when that time comes, man, the Lord's going to watch over the elect. The elect ain't going to be tempted by taking that chip.
Right. Well, it's going to be an hour of temptation.
They're going to be tempted, so like,
right.
They're not going to take it.
Because that's why we teaching it, because we are going to get tempted.
Right.
You know, because that's what it's called, the hour of temptation. Right. You know?
And that's why he says, when I suffer you to be tempted above all you are able.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what you're able, wait, all right, man, I'm just taking.
Right.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept thy word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Oh, yeah.
He said, which is to come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, that's what you Christians out there, because the Christian philosophy, right, is what? That when all hell breaks loose in an hour of temptation, that they not going to be around. But the scripture just said that it's going to come upon the whole world. So how the hell you escape that?
And some of the Christians believe in the chip.
Oh, yeah. Well, my dad told me about the chip like in 2001.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah. My dad told me I was the mark of the beast like 2001, man. Like way back, I was in like high school. He said they gonna follow the chip. He said the loaf of bread gonna cost a lot. This, that, and the third. He's into Christianity. You know that the mark of the beast is. He looks at words. I always do that in the spirit. My pops is like, well, you gotta go to school. You all got talents. Lord bless us. Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter 2, verse 9. It says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished.
That's right, man. And what is the punishment? The lake of fire, right? And who is inevitably going to be in that lake of fire without a shadow of a doubt? Anybody that takes the chip, anybody that receives that mark. You looking for it? Revelation 14:9. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 14, in verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark.
See all that goes together? Worship,
This is Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yeah, so there's a judgment for receiving the mark of the beast. That's an inevitable judgment. No, it didn't say, well, if you repent from taking the mark of the beast. No, because you can repent from Christianity. And essentially, let me say this, because really we wasn't into Christianity. All right, we observed it. Like a lot of us, we observed different philosophies and things of that nature. But the Lord really ain't saturate us in that shit. Because we be stuck in it. Because remember, I always like to bring out, more recently I've been bringing out that Yahushua prayed for the elect to overcome the world, man. Right? That we don't take them out of the world, that they overcome the world. And the world is coming with a philosophy. The world is coming with an image and a mark. And if you are the elect, then you're going to overcome that. All right?
There's been known that some of those sellouts already got the chip.
I'm not surprised.
Like Jay-Z, he got it. And who knows, man? They do so much against it, and that big payoff he could have it. I don't know. Yeah, I did a video on that.
He took it, he with the shit. John chapter 17, and I'm going to start at 14. It says, I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. It says, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth, thy word is truth.
Yeah, you're being sanctified through the truth, man. You know, and through that sanctification, it's gonna be a spiritual barrier, man. You know, hey, through the Spirit, and that last day, the elect is gonna have basically, like, you know, so much faith. In that last day, man, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be nothing, but it's gonna be. We're gonna go through so much before that very moment.
What's our separation?
Yeah.
Tribulation, death.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna separate it. And we're gonna go through all those things. You know, ridicule and all that, you know. So by then, it's just gonna be like, kill me, nigga. You know, but with Lord will, that's your spirit, you know, Lord will. You know, because I would do like, I say this too, like to mention about, you know, what's his name? Peter. Remember he said, man, I'll never deny you, Lord. I'll never deny you. Or he denied the Lord 3 times. So that's why you pray to the Lord that the Lord have mercy on you that last day, that you don't take the chip. Nobody can say and say that you ain't gonna take it. You know?
The people during the time of Maccabees, they were fully resolved in themselves to put to death.
Right.
To keep the commandments of their fathers.
Right, yeah, and that's what, in the Lord's will, that's what you pray to the Spirit to be on you for. That you put your mind, be fully persuaded into the truth to not receive the mark of the beast. That's why it's important for us to study, be fully equipped with the scriptures, fully equipped with what? Thank you. What you said? Faith. And what is faith? It's our shield.
Appreciate that.
Go ahead,
James 4:15. For then you ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that.
That's right. You're always supposed to say, Lord willing. Whether we want to do this or that, it's got to be Lord will. You know?
Jeremiah 10:23.
Proof for that you don't know if we're going to take the chip is because, truth be told, we have our head in the guillotine before.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't really know what that feeling is like. Truth be told, none of us have really had a gun to our face. You know, some have, I don't know, I'm just saying in general, but a knife to you, things like that. You don't know how your heart's going to pound it. You know what I mean? That's a really different feeling to go through something like that.
Yeah, well, the will of the Lord might change at that time to where he might have you turn into a bug out.
Well, I'm gonna take a check. Can I tell you the truth? The brother just said it. I had a gun in my head one time. I was in the streets. Now I had a gun and said, "What's up now?" Man, I literally saw my life flash before my eyes. I started thinking shit when I was little. That's a serious thing, man.
Well, that's heavy. That's heavy that you went through that experience. You were able to say that. And that's why you're supposed to put the scriptures in your mind. Because what is the thing that you want to lean on in these last days, that guillotine or whatever that temptation is? The more and more, like for instance, like you fuck around with social media and shit, right? Like a lot of us do. You know, you see like somebody post on something pork or like a lobster or crab. It's kind of like you don't want to touch that shit. Like it's in your mind. Like no, I'm serious. Like when you hear somebody talk about eating pork, like automatically. Why? Because we so much like you hear people. Yeah, Merry Christmas. I'm like, y'all niggas still celebrate this shit? Right. Why? Because so much in our mind has been what it truly represents. So that's why it's important to constantly get the scriptures in you, so because you are gonna be well equipped, because everything that you thought of in that hour is gonna come to mind. If you had doubt, that doubt was gonna come in your mind.
And that doubt's gonna grow like a motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
If you let that shit, if you let doubt linger too long, that's when things start fucking up.
The best thing is to call upon the name of the Lord. That's why brothers go through those things when you know, the Satan try to put you in a sunken place when you in the bed. You know, you suffocating and shit. A lot of brothers been through that. And what do? You call upon the name of the Lord to get you out of that shit.
When Peter, when he was walking on the water, and he started sinking. You know,
why? Because he took his eyes off of the Lord. He took his eyes off Yahweh shot. Yup, that was doubt, because he started to see the waves and everything more. Same thing when they was on the boat. You know, when they was on the boat, Yahweh shot was asleep. And then what? The wind started beating. You know, the storm started thunder and lightning. They got scared. And what they do? Shook them, but they did the right thing. Help!
They call it human nature, but according to the flesh, your flesh always going to want to preserve your life in that days what your brother was going into. So unless we filled with the Spirit, just like Stephen, you know, it's filled with the Spirit.
That's heavy.
Prepared to take it.
It's heavy.
So that's why you got to have all that. You got to constantly take the scriptures in that day, because that's what's going to go through your mind.
That's the Spirit.
But if you got that leaven in you, that's why we go through it, you know? Clean out that leaven, go through it, so that you don't have that in your mind. You got it. It's constantly examining yourself, you know, because you never know. But that's why we go
experiences, these temptations, building us up for that day.
They're kind of like kamikaze.
Yep.
They was ready to die. You know, the Lord put the death angel, the spirit on them to die.
Yeah.
That's what Paul said too. He said, but to live is a hamashiach, but to die is gain. You know, to die is gain, but to live is hamashiach. You know?
Let me read this. This is John chapter 3, verse, you know, this is talking about, you know, the famous discussion between Yahushua and Nicodemus about how to receive everlasting life, right? Because the discrepancy that was about was whether you're going to live with the flesh or you're going to live with the spirit. And Yahushua was basically telling him, he said, look, Yahushua answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. But that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. Because a man that is born of the flesh, like the brother said, naturally the flesh is going to try to preserve your life. But if you're born of the spirit, then you don't need that flesh to try to preserve your life. Because you understand that the spirit is life. Yahushua is the life. We don't know nothing about life. This flesh don't know nothing about life. The spirit knows about life. And you're going to do what's according to the spirit, or you should do what's according to the spirit. You want to say something? Say it.
Galatians 2:20.
Okay. Yeah. Is the book of Galatians chapter 2. Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. It says, I am crucified with Hamashiach, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Hamashiach liveth in me.
Yeah, he said, I'm crucified, yet I live. Because scripture says what? We die every day. That's why, hey man, because those people that do take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast again, they're trying to preserve their life. But in order to, because that's why, what did Paul say? To die is to gain. All right, but right now it's more needful for the body, for men to be around to help build up the rest of the body, right? But for the most part, to die is the gain. You know, in that day, that's why I said through the spirit, you know, in that day, it's man, we gonna go through so much. It's like, man, we might as well, hey, kill what you got to do.
Got a precept.
Right. Fear him that which is true. Yup.
I got a precept for you.
Yup.
It's Romans 8:26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, you speak on it.
Hey, you know, your spirit even looking out for you even when you don't know it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Your spirit wants to be fight to maintain to be perfect. You know, it wants to, you know, be
do the right
course,
thing. It wants to be righteous. That's right. Go ahead,
If I can say this, well, it's really because we have the spirit of Hamashiach. You know, like the verse that I'm reading, it says, yet not I, but Hamashiach liveth in me. You know? So that's that spirit, man. You know, whether for life or for death. And even Yahushua said, he said, he that loses life shall save it, and he that tries to save his life shall lose it.
That's right.
You know? So really, we're getting life if we die, man.
Because who's going to be first in the chariots? The ones that died for this truth.
That's right, man.
Those are the ones that's a guaranteed crown. Guaranteed crown. You know? That's an honor. Your name, a man, you know what type of name a man's going to have? Said that he died for the martyr of the Lord?
Yeah.
That's what you got to have in your mind. Like, because what? The scripture says what? Store not your treasures on earth or moth and rust do corrupt. That's right. But store your treasures up in heaven. The other scripture says what? It says, what's it? It's in Colossians. You know, set your affection on high. You know, your affection, your desire, your glory should be for the next life. Because again, those that take the chip, they're going to try. You basically trying to save your life. Yeah. You set your affection here. Well, what about my mom? I got to see my mom and this, that, and the third. You know. Yeah.
They ain't got to worry about the hour temptation. That's a gift.
Yeah. Straight up.
Luke 21 and 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You know? So in that day, you know, they can try to push you to take that chip. The Lord's going to give you that spirit if you the elect not to take it.
So when we delivered up, take no thought of what you say.
Yeah. When they deliver you to the synagogue, it's Matthew 10. Which, take no.
This is Philippians 1 verse 20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, as always, so now also Hamashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death.
Yeah, he said Yahushua shall be magnified in my body. So essentially, those that are those martyrs in that last days, you know, that's why they're going to get that great reward, because they basically gave their body for Yahushua. You know?
2 and 10.
Yeah, and the scriptures also say too, what it says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Right. And when you look up that word precious, then it means well-favored or special. You know what I mean? So you got to consider the reputation that those men that die for the Lord are going to have in the kingdom to come. You know? And really what it's coming down to as well is your faith isn't built up overnight. I know I say that a lot, but at the end of the day, it's true. It's true. That's your faith isn't going to be built up overnight. You know what I mean? So you can't just say, I'm not going to take that chip. You know, a boxer doesn't go to the ring the next day and be like, all right, I'm ready for the, you know, the world championship belt. You know what I mean? You gotta practice, you gotta go through something, you gotta run, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta build yourself up. You gotta build yourself up. You know?
And one, for me to live is Hamashiach, and to die is gain. You know, what you're going to gain is complete righteousness. You know, everything that you don't have on this side, you're going to gain on the other side.
Yep.
Verse 22. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I want not. For I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach.
Yeah, but you know, he was writing to the Philippians for that time. You know, it was relevant for him to see. Well, he knew it was relevant for him to be around. You know, but Paul knew, he said, look, I'm better off being dead. You know, but again, this is the process of the building up to that very moment. You know, you should already have, matter of fact, because you quoted it earlier, can a brother get Romans the 8th chapter? Yup, go to Romans 8 and start at like 35. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
Let's continue reading. I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. You know? Hey, see, to have a man that's brought up scriptures, man, it helps out souls.
What's the mark of the beast? What's the mark of the beast? Yeah. Okay.
The beast? You talking about the color? The redness?
No. So according to what you were taught, I see you got the fringes and everything. You know you're an Israelite. What is the mark of the beast? Revelation 13:16. Somebody get it.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast.
So no. It says so basically, in order for you to buy or sell, you would need a mark. Yeah. So what is that mark?
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. And so basically, I don't know if you know, it doesn't sound like you're certain, but what we believe is Revelation 13:16 is talking about the RFID chip. All right? So basically, that same chip that's all in these debit cards, that the so-called white man, all right, starting with NATO over there in Europe, they're already doing it. All right? They already chipping these. They're putting chips in people's bodies to make them or Sweden, yeah. Yeah, like I said before, man. Where's the club? Baja? Where's that club right there? That's a club.
That's
Spain.
Spain.
That's from like early 2000s. They've been doing this. Back then, what was that? That family in Florida, the Jacobs. What a coincidence. The Jacobs, they got that mark. They got that mark of the beast. They got implanted with a chip. Now a lot of guys are running around talking about it's Christianity, but how the hell is Christianity going to help you buy or sell? Anybody can come up and say, yeah, I'm a Christian. Or anybody can say, oh, they're not a Christian.
Right.
You know? But that's what's really the mark is going to be if you're able to buy or sell with that chip. Because it all boils down to faith. Because when you want to buy and you want to sell, typically what is the main thing that people want to buy and sell? Food. All right, real quick, go to Psalms 37, I think it's 12. Said, you know I want, nor see the righteous begging for bread.
And if you get that mark, you can't repent.
Yeah, there's no repentance from it.
We are been in Christianity in one form or another.
Right. All of us
can't
been.
repent.
Right. We all went to church because people who teach that the mark of the beast is Christianity. It's a philosophy. But all of us, I've been to all kind of churches. All of us. So how is that? So that means all of us are doomed. Matter of fact, going back to the slave boats, all right, off the good ship Jesus, all right, all of us should be done. Abigail and, you know, all those boarding schools, they put the Gadites in, you know, everybody is doomed down in South America. All our brothers, the northern tribe, everybody's doomed. Because they all into Roman Catholicism. We all were brought up in that one way, shape, or another. In fact, Christianity is nothing but a reincarnation of philosophies that they were worshiping in Ur the Chaldees, going back to Abraham. And when Abraham was told to do what? Leave out of the way, the place of his fathers, and go into the land of, to the promised land, to get away from those philosophies. So there's no way that could be the mark of the beast. That's been the philosophy on earth since the very beginning of time, so to speak. All right.
This is
Go ahead, bring it up.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. It says, I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
Right. Who's the righteous? Those that keep the faith. That's another thing. A lot of people out here, a lot of different groups and everything, you know, people that teach Israel, they don't teach faith. They don't teach hope. All right? And that's what it all boils down to. It's all about faith. All right? Because that's what's accounted unto righteousness. Real quick, so brother, if you want to jump in, by all means, brother, jump in. You know, what's that? Galatians 3 and 8. I think Galatians 3 and 6. Go ahead, brother.
This is Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceits, as the tradition of men, okay, and after the rudiments of the world and not after Yahweh.
Right. And the rudiments, the word rudiments means the elementary, right? Basically the foundation of the world. So people are trying to teach otherwise of what the true doctrine is. You know, because we almost out of here. Because if, man, look, if Christianity was the mark of the beast, right? Then we should be out of here already. Like, brother, we said it earlier. We should have been out of here in the 1700s.
We should be in our land now.
Yeah, we should be good. Christianity was already forced upon us. All right? But Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right? He's coming with a whole nother angle now, man. He's Nebuchadnezzar on crack, so to speak. You know? Those different, what's his name? The Assyrian rulers. You know, Barnipple. You know, the Assyrians were real cruel individuals when you go into the history. The kings of the Assyrians, they got off on cruelty. This so-called white man is going to bring that on a whole nother level, man. With martial law, there's going to be famine, there's going to be pestilence. And in the midst of that, what's going to be the Trojan horse, the RFID chip? You'll be fine, you know, pestilence and all this stuff. But just come to this detention camp, take this chip, and we'll feed you.
Just trusting the government.
Just trusting the government, essentially.
Yeah. They definitely.
Yeah. You know?
Create trouble and you got the solution.
Is that the one? Galatians?
I'm not sure. This is Galatians 3, verse 6. Even as Abraham believed the Most High and was accounted to him for righteousness.
See, that's what made Abraham righteous, because of his belief, because of his faith. Go ahead. Not the laws. The laws don't make you righteous. Keeping the law, statute, commandments don't make you righteous. Now the Lord is righteous, but we're not righteous. So we can't proceed in righteousness through the law. That would make Yahweh Shai in vain, that he died in vain. All right, go ahead.
Now, know ye, therefore, that they which are of the faith, the same are the children of Abraham.
Right, see, the ones that are of faith. Now that's where the confusion of faith comes in. Because you're going to have certain people that don't look like the conventional Israelite that's going to have faith. And they, through the Spirit, are Israelites. All right?
Got that here too.
Verse 8. And the scripture foreseeing that the Most High would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying,
right.
And thee.
Why is it saying heathen? You know? Anybody know? You know why it says heathen? All right, read it again now.
Galatians 3, verse 8. And the scripture saying that the Most High will justify the heathen.
Yeah, because it said the scripture saying that the Most High will justify the heathen.
Okay, I'll go up to
2 verses higher.
So that's verse 6. Even as Abraham believed the Most High, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. Knowing ye, therefore, that they which are of the faith, the same are the children of Abraham. And the scripture foreseeing that the Most High would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, And thee shall all nations be blessed.
Yeah, you had other nations. I mean, you have our people that scattered amongst other nations following wicked customs. That's going to wake back up and get delivered.
And not all of them look like John Shadd.
Right.
Not all of them look like Denzel Washington.
Right.
You know, you're going to have ones that look like Bruce Lee. All right? You got some that look like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
You know, you got Israelites that's going to look like Bangs, the Hamite.
Yeah.
You know? You're going to have people, the Israelites, because the scriptures tell you that the curses that what? Israel is scattered amongst all nations.
And it tells you that repetitively, not also in the curses, but in Amos, you know, and then they keep saying it. And the nation of Israel is scattered.
That's what Paul was sent to the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Revelation 7:9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude. Oh, you was already in?
I was going to get it.
Okay.
I
should have let you read it, okay. Which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues. That's also in Acts 2:5. Stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and psalms in their hands.
Yeah, palms. Yeah, palms in hands. Yeah. Because those are the, well, that's similar to what you got, brother. You know, that's what that's talking about right there. You know, those palms, we want to get those staffs in the kingdom. We all, like, mainly that's who's going to be 12,000. Not every Israelite going to walk around with scepters. You know, because not every Israelite is going to sit on the throne. Remember what it said, they that follow me in the regeneration, that forsaken houses and homes. That's mainly talking about the 144,000, the ones that's building the church. You know? So those are the ones that's going to sit upon the thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel, scripture says. They're going to have the scepters. But it also talked about when you go into Revelation, the 2nd chapter, with those palms in their hands, they're going to be beating the heathen to shivers. Now that heathen is not talking about the conventional heathen. It's not talking about an Israelite foreigner. It's talking about another nation. All right? Probably some of these people here. All right? You know? Yeah. Yep, different word for Gentiles, different word for stranger. You got heathen, you got foreigner, you know?
But it's in Revelation chapter 2 and 26. It said, He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, as even as I received of my Father.
Yeah, see, yep, because now those that are going to receive that are going to be the ones that don't receive the RFID chip. And that's the time that we live in. We're living in a time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. You know how we know that? Because what's going on down there in Venezuela, especially Venezuela, Brazil, South America, you got a lot of so-called Central Americans, which is from the tribe of Zebulon, right? What are they doing? They're running, they're trying to come to the border here in America. They already going through Jacob's trouble. And that's how you know that they're Israel as well, too. Because what happened? When Israel got besieged, first of all, everybody knows about Babylon, right? And when the Babylonians besieged Israel, they tore down our temples, you know, they dug up our graves, they messed up our sepulchres, or sepulchres, if you will, right? But it's not really mentioned, well, if you understand the scriptures, that the northern tribe wasn't even around. Why? Because they got jacked up first. Northern tribe always get jacked up first. Just like that's why we know that 2019 ain't the 400 years. Why? Because the northern kingdom was already getting transported with slave boats. The so-called Native American Indians, the so-called Hispanics that we call today. So it really was the island of Hispaniola that's known today, but it really was the tribe of Simeon, all right? The so-called Dominicans that was getting transported from there, taken all the way to England before Queen Isabella, and then you had Pope Rodrigo, which was this man's father, all right, which had a part in that whole slave trade thing, man. You know? Columbus didn't come over here and try to see if the world was flat or not. Right? They knew it was round. That's how. Why? You know why? Because they read Ezra. You know? So hey, man.
That serious emotion.
Yep.
They actually mentioned it.
They show it. They show it. Said, look what we came back with.
Yeah.
You know?
In that movie 1492, he said, what about Esdras?
Yeah, yep.
What about Esdras?
Yep. He said Esdras was a Jew. You know, that's the very beginning of, you don't gotta watch the whole movie, but that's the beginning of the movie. You know?
Yeah, about to mention this, when you look up that word asterisk, that's written in Second Esdras, where it talks about.
Go ahead.
When it's talking about the land that the 10 tribes sojourned to, you look it up in the Jewish encyclopedia, it says that is the same place where Columbus resignated America as, man. You know, so it lets you know that those people that came over here were the Israelites, man.
They knew that there was the 10 tribes.
Well, they show it with the Lost Lunan stone, you know,
right.
with the Hebrew inscription on it, with Glenn Beck being brought it out. You know, so it's a massive amount of history, you know.
We're living in a time of information. The scripture says in the last days, the knowledge shall increase. So you know this is the very end. You know?
And that's why they hijacked our identity. They used the scriptures against us.
Yeah, it's funny how it's in their Jewish encyclopedia that they know that we the people. But when you always ask the Jews where the other 10 tribes at, all of a sudden they got amnesia. You know?
This is Matthew 19, verse 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one...
That shows you right there, there's going to be different classes in the kingdom. Remember, David said, I'd rather be a doorkeeper. So you're going to have doorkeepers that are Israelites. You know? And there's going to be different classes. If you slated to be in a higher class, you're going to be doing bigger things on this side. You know, the Lord is going to manifest his spirit through you. And it's going to be made known throughout the world after that you were a man of the Lord, that you were the Most High's chosen. The elite forces of our nation. You know, just like Russia, they got Spetsnaz. You know, then you got in the United States, they got Navy SEALs, you got the Army Rangers, the Green Berets. You know, but those are the elite forces. Right? But the 144,000 to 12,000 men out of each tribe, which basically the prophets, that's the elite force, and they're going to get glory in the next world to come. Go ahead.
Revelation.
And everyone that have forsaken houses, brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wife, or children, or land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
That's exactly what I was just explaining. You know,
You're going to receive a hundredfold, you know. You've forsaken our houses, you know, forsaken the things that our flesh desires. They straight up shun that.
Oh, what did Yahweh Shai say? He said, seek ye after the kingdom of heaven and righteousness, and then everything else.
Added unto
And that scripture go with the chip.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. You want to keep your land, you take that chip.
Yup.
Keep your house,
keep your job. Yup. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But is Esau just doing it on the left-hand side? That's why, that's why I asked you. That's like I don't know if you know, but that's like a big, thing right now. What's the RFID chip? Because, yo, man, it's here. It's fucking here. I won't be surprised because you got this whole thing with the border, and then they shutting down the government. I won't be surprised they be like, yo, look, in order for you to come into America, you gotta take the chip. And tell them Zebulonites that in the Instagram, right? You said that's what they do.
That's how they already doing that.
Trump was alluding to pretty much what saying. You gotta find a way to track them, and this and that. So what are you allude? Like, what else?
What's gonna do that? What's gonna do that?
The fucking chip.
Because that also was going to help do that. The prophecy in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, that men shall want to go into another city. Shall not be able to. They're going to not only they're going to set up those checkpoints to where you're not going to be able to get through, but if you don't have that chip, you're especially not going to be able to get inside.
Agenda 21.
Leave the city or get into another city. You know?
Right.
I think when you card now, it's pretty much chipped. It's almost like you have to take the card with the chip in it.
Yeah, and then they show you that I Am Legend. Remember at the end when the people got away? Remember they used that same eye scanner. Remember at the very beginning when they blew up the bridges, they used the eye scanner to see if they could get through. But remember at the very end when they had that community that was already set up, that was secluded from the rest of the world, they had to scan them again with the eye thing. So there's a specific communities that's already established that's going to be in these last days. You ain't gonna be able to come into that. Oh, matter of fact, what's that? That movie with the orphans, Will Smith. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
the Orcas is what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, Bright something.
Bright. Remember they had that neighborhood where only the rich was in. The elves, which was basically the so-called Jews. You know? Fucking elves. You know? But the point of the matter is that you couldn't just come up in that city. You had to be of a certain status.
Hunger Games.
I gotta go back and watch it. I ain't seen it now.
You are banished out of here. I am the law.
Yeah.
Hunger Games too.
Hunger Games too, yeah.
How you out
We'll bring like 2 more, then we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Brother, get up and
God, this is what he called. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 33. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you."
yeah, they see that. You know what the main thing that's going to be added unto us is faith, because that's what truly makes us rich.
That's right.
You know, faith is the highest form of investment that anybody can invest in. You wanna solidify ROI, return on investment, you invest into fucking faith. Not fucking faith, but you invest into faith. Faith in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And the scriptures tell you if anybody don't let nobody take that from you, man. Let him be, if any man teach otherwise in his doctrine, whether it be man or angel, let him be a curse.
Hebrews 11 says it's impossible to please Him without.
That's right.
You gotta have it.
Yeah. Yep, we probably close off on this.
This is Revelation chapter 3, finishing off in 3 and 11. It says, "Behold, I come quickly." It says, "Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown."
You know what it means to hold fast? Tighten up. You know what helps tighten it up? Researching more. Because it gives you a more solidified evidence that what you believe in is true. That's what, you know what that is? That's a sign of nobility. Why? Why is that a sign of nobility? Because the Church of Berea, they said they were considered noble because they researched what Paul was told. Slovakia, real quick, the Septuagint, the 70, those men that King James got together, when you read in the Apocrypha, how they said they talked about the abridgment, it wasn't normal men just coming off the streets to put together the scriptures. And you had to be of a high class. To deal with the scriptures is a high class. You know, you got in school, you got remedial, but then you got honors classes. You got to be in honors classes to deal with the scriptures, man.
That's how it used to be. Only a certain class could actually even touch.
Yeah, that's why that's why David was allowed to eat the showbread, because eating the showbread he wasn't really allowed to, but it was David. That's why the scripture talk about the sure mercies of David. He got a pass of eating the showbread because really of a specific line of the Levites, he wasn't supposed to touch the showbread. He wasn't supposed to go in the inner court, man. Come amongst the gate. That's why when Yahweh Shai, it's all spiritual. Yahweh Shai, where did they put Yahweh Shai up on the cross? Remember, they made him do the walk of shame. Because what did they do? They made him walk outside of Jerusalem. Outside the, what is it, Golgotha, the house of the skulls. They made him hang where they put dead bodies. You see? But it was all backwards. All right? Yeah.
Because you been standing there and the brothers was giving the prophet. You seem humble. But the scriptures tell us judge no man before we hear him speak. So I just want to know, because he asked you about the mark of the beast. Do you believe that's the RFID chip? Okay, do you believe in Jacob's trouble?
You believe in the New Testament?
He said Jacob's trouble.
So who did you learn that from? Who did you learn that from?
I'm not keeping to myself, brother. I'm not going to tell you.
The scriptures say you can debate.com.
I'm gonna tell you, now you are how you are coming about how you guys do. To strengthen our community here as far as who right, who wrong. I try not to get into that.
Let me ask you something.
Let me finish. I don't try to get up. I came up here because I drove by and I saw y'all. I'm from Virginia. I came down here to fellowship with you, right? But I didn't feel warm when I walked up here at first.
Okay,
I don't feel warm right
where the scriptures say try the spirit by the spirit.
Right. But
and what is the spirit?
My point, the word.
Yeah, how do you try you then?
How do I try?
How do you try? Because you got to try.
I said here. I listen.
Yeah.
Because,
you got to try us.
Yeah. Let me finish. I came up here. I listen. Right. I'm not gonna be one of the people who come up here and disrupt. Nobody said you came disrespectful. I'm not one of those people, right? I came up here to this. I came up here to fellowship because it's not allowed.
That's cool. No, I get that. I get that.
I came down here. I didn't really come down here to
I get you. Now, the other thing is, because you said community. You said the community. You understand what that word means, community?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's family.
No. The word community, calm meaning with, unity meaning one.
We definitely not one.
Thank you. So it's no such thing as a community. Thank you, because the scripture says what? That not all Israel is of Israel. Right. So just because you got fringes and a garment on, you grow your beard, that's all fine. Right. But that doesn't mean you're a part of the community. So
I follow.
So you don't believe it in the name of the Lord?
Why you say that?
Because the IUIC does not teach the name of the Lord. They said nobody knows it.
What do you teach?
Deacon of Thun?
Why you say you don't care?
Yeah, Deacon of Thun.
Deacon of Thun?
Yeah, that's one of the top guys in IUIC.
Right, so
and what he said you can call the Most High anything. You can call the Most High Yo Play Yoga. That's on record. He said that.
This is why you come up here for all these places. You don't want to debate? No, it's not about.
It's about right and wrong, man.
That's right.
It's about right and wrong.
It's about debate with the Lord.
This is why I did not come down here.
Scriptures come. Let him play. Let him talk. Let him talk.
I came down here, right, to see where y'all was coming from. I watch it on YouTube, right. I recognize you. That's why I actually stopped. Like, since I said if I ever come by, I would come by here. But I didn't come down here for our debate.
Let me.
I did not come
No.
I just came down here to hear the word.
You never know. You don't know why you came down here. You don't know why you came here.
Get that.
Man's going to the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? You don't have your own way. The Lord brought you here.
That's right.
So you might be getting your judgment, or you might be getting receive salvation. Now let me say this. Now what is going to get, because the reason, the whole point of being, of knowing that you're Israel, right? From my understanding and what the scriptures is saying, and why Yahweh Shai came, is what? To get everlasting life. To get what? To get salvation. How do you obtain salvation? Because if you can't tell me that, then there's nothing for us to talk. How can any man retain salvation? So you gonna get salvation because of the laws?
For the law, for my redemption.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you're basically saying by keeping the law, that's how you're gonna get salvation.
Keep it.
See, and this is why no, because you're coming out your own mind right now. Because you say, how can I put this?
Yeah.
You know what that's doing? You're speaking out your own heart.
You're true about that.
I know that. That's why you shouldn't say anything.
Word. Right.
Okay, that's why you shouldn't say nothing.
Right. That's why I didn't say nothing.
You should just leave it. You just leave it. Just leave it.
I came up here.
What's the first commandment?
I came up here.
What's the first commandment?
I came up here and I said up here.
Real quick, this Mark 12 and 28.
What you trying
What's
to
the
do
first commandment? What's the no?
That should not
What's the
kill.
first commandment?
Switch.
What's the first commandment? No. Give Mark 12 and 28.
I got a precept.
No. Mark 12 and 28. Mark 12 and 28.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 28. It says, and one of the scribes came, having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving.
See, the scribes came because they were reasoning together. You're supposed to reason with your neighbor. All right, go ahead.
And perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him.
That's it. What's that first word? Read it again. Just that word right there. What's the first word? The first commandment is what?
Hear.
That's it. To hear. Shema. That's what it boils down to. Go ahead.
O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
That's the first commandment, is to Shema. So if you know the scriptures, you understand why are we under the curses? Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Are we under the curses?
Yeah, why are we under the curses? And what didn't we do? No, we didn't hearken. We did not listen. We did not Shema.
So we didn't follow.
We did not listen.
But we did not do them, right?
Because we didn't listen.
Right, we didn't listen.
Because
we didn't
Israel,
listen,
what
right?
they do is they say, well, you know, Moses, you do your thing, and you know what? We're going to do our thing. They don't listen. There's a difference.
Like I said.
There's a difference.
I came down here.
Hey, bro, I'm going to just say this. Your whole concept, I'm going to say, brother, as a brother, because there's a difference between a brother and a friend. As a brother, you don't know the ways of salvation. That's why your best bet is to hear and Shema. Go ahead.
It's Ephesians 5 verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Yeah, understanding. Understanding comes from what? From faith. Because what? Faith is what? What's faith? What is faith? What does the scripture say that faith is? Right, so basically it's, help me out. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now the word substance, when you break it down, sub means under and stance is stance. So in order to have faith, you need to understand first. And how do you get understanding? Through listening. Shema. That's how you get understanding. How does faith come? By hearing the word of the Lord. Faith comes by hearing. By the minute of the Lord. Exactly. But certain men, because I'm gonna just say this, I'm just putting it out there, like I said, as a brother. Just because people know that they Israel, don't make them right, man. That's all I'm gonna just say that. You know?
This is Ephesians 2, verse 7. That in the age to come, he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and the kindness towards us through Hamashiach Yahushai. By grace are ye saved through faith.
Oh, and IUIC, they shun faith. That's fact, hey brother. You know, I get hype, it is what it is. Watch the video for yourself. He said faith. This is what, Nate, let me say this, let me finish. The elder of IUIC, I'm gonna let you talk. The elder, we have to put this on record.
Right.
So your next words, you need to be watching what you say. The bishop, Nathaniel said, he said, these faith-based Israelites.
I didn't come up here to give you the open door to go up in here against IUIC.
You don't give us the open door. We have liberty through Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Right.
We have liberty through Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
That's it.
We have liberty through Yahweh Shah. Yeah. We have liberty through Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, the laws.
We have liberty through Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
We have liberty through Yahweh Shah.
Then you want to make a battle
He
between...
don't know Yahweh Shah.
Then you want to make a battle between IUC and IUC.
No, it's doctrine. It's doctrine.
It's teaching.
I'm not into all that. All right, I'm not into it.
Okay, so he said,
So you want to go
we're in it for salvation.
I
Right.
am too.
Right.
I am too. I'm not for.
You don't know what you need
I'm
salvation
I'm
from.
not for all that. All right.
You don't know what you need salvation from, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shah was about that. The Lord and Savior was about that. Paul was about that.
It's all good, man. I'm not mad at
Go ahead, I got you. Joel 2:32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. What's the name of the Lord? Okay, so what does Yahweh Shah mean? Okay, let me teach you. Yah means Yahweh Shah is delivered. So it says, whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. So you got to call on the name of the Lord.
IUIC don't teach that.
They don't call on the name.
So that's why it's important. It is important. Look. Everybody, listen. When you read the Ethiopian eunuch,
I came down here. I asked you this right. I came down here. This is what they had to say. I came down here and see if they was right about what they were talking about. Right, this is who came here. See what y'all was talking about.
Not only that, but you look, bro. You said that you learned from IUIC. That's what you said. We didn't say that. You came up here with that, and we know what IUIC teaches, and we teach opposed to that, and we're assured in what we teach.
And see. When I come to the camp, I don't tell them where I come from. I don't, because I don't want this. I don't want.
That's not of Israel. That's not of Israel. That's not what Israel's about. None of our forefathers conducted in that manner. That's a new thing in Israel. That's a new thing in Israel. When men came about, they was like, well, first of all, what's your name? What is your Hebrew name? What is your Hebrew name? What is that? What else?
Israel.
What else? That's it? Okay, all right, let me just say this. My name is Pashai Bun Ra'awa Bun Yasha'awa. What is that? When I said,
I don't speak Hebrew, man. I don't know.
All right, fuck off. Excuse me. So let me just say this. The reason why I said that is because when you go into another town, you would say your name. When I said Bun Ra'awa Bun, I said the son of Reuben. Now, Reuben is a man that had what? That had a lot. He had inheritance. He had a land. So if I'm telling you my name, I'm telling you who I am and where I come from, who my fathers are, and how I was taught. So when people come up and you introducing yourself to the rest of the Israelites, essentially when you do that, you're telling us who you are and where you come from. That's our custom. When the book of Numbers, when we were getting established in Israel, Israel set up tents. And what did they do? Everybody put their tribe and the name of their fathers on their tents. So you can't just come up and say, well, I'm not gonna tell you where I come from and this, that. Where they do that at? That's not a custom of Israel.
Well, that's how they didn't tell you where I'm coming from.
Bro, he just said I came up here.
You started.
No. You just came up here and said, I came up here to hear what y'all had to say, but not to debate, not to say who was right or wrong. What would be the point in hearing what anybody got to say if you ain't trying to get?
Yeah, you might as well go to the Christian church.
On my head, all right.
And you hear?
I don't have to. Do I really have to sit up here and tell you exactly what I feel?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm understanding the way I understand, and it's gonna come to me whatever it's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna make my determination. When I walked up here, when I walked in here, and through your turnaround, I said, I'm gonna get wrong. I'm gonna report out.
It don't have to be a problem.
The scriptures say that. That's right. The scriptures say offenses must come. That's right. You know why the offense must come? Because you got the rock of offense. No, ain't no calm down. No. You don't know what? Yes, you are offended. Yes, you are. Hold up, brother. Yes, you are offended. Yes, you are. You know why you? Because the word offend don't mean I called you out your name or something like that.
Right.
The word offense means you stumbled.
That's right.
That's what it's talking about. You're stumbling. You're stumbling. You're offended.
I came up here to teach, all right?
I know that.
I came up here to teach.
Obviously, I wouldn't advise you to teach.
I came up here to teach.
That's the problem with a lot of guys. A lot of guys come out and they start teaching, and they were never taught.
Yeah.
Who teaches?
The men of the Lord. The men of the Lord.
I didn't teach you. I didn't come here to try to teach you nothing. I came up here and kept my mouth quiet.
No, the scripture say we're supposed to be in one mind, one body, one faith.
I came up here, I kept my mouth. I came up, listen,
you come up in another spirit.
I came up here to listen to what you had to say.
Okay.
What? I'm listening to you. How you gonna tell me I'm not learning nothing? Listen.
What you learned today? What you learned?
Listen, I'm not going to feed from y'all. I'm sitting here listening to you.
That's your problem. See, Yahweh Shah was born in the manger.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Look here, brothers.
Stop.
Listen,
Stop.
I'm gonna tell you.
He said he wasn't born in the manger?
Look, I'm not going to. I'm gonna tell you this right.
You say he wasn't born in the manger?
I'm gonna tell you.
You say he wasn't born in the manger?
You gonna overtalk me?
I'm asking you a question.
You gonna overtalk me? Listen.
Exactly. We the teachers. You in class. You don't even know it.
Listen, bro.
You just said, here's the guy that said, I ain't trying to teach nobody. But
I'm not trying to teach y'all anything. I'm not trying to teach y'all nothing.
That's right. Hey, man,
I'm not trying to teach you nothing.
Anyway, man, come on.
If you
got a stumbling stick.
You're stumbling, bro. You're stumbling, man. We trying to show you that you're stumbling, but you're not getting it. We trying to tell you, but you ain't trying to hear what we trying to tell you.
When did y'all tell me this? When did I say that y'all was wrong?
All right, you can't tell us we were wrong. I know that. We never said that. We telling you that you're wrong.
When did y'all tell? We're not saying anything that y'all was wrong.
No, we said that you were wrong.
I said up here.
Go ahead.
Because I didn't debate you that I was right.
Right. No. Check it out, though.
Did I?
Check it
no,
out.
No, I'm not checking. Did I say I was right?
Listen, man.
I didn't tell you anything.
Okay, but listen, though. Because the brothers was breaking down the mark of the beast, and then afterwards I asked you, do you believe it?
Right.
So if you said no at that point, now you're calling us a liar. Just like, yes, you are. Because the Lord said if you don't believe it, if you don't believe that Yahweh Shah is the son of the Most High, then you made the Lord a liar because you didn't believe the record that he gave his son. Now we telling you that this is the RFID. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast. If then you say you still don't believe it, then you're making us a liar. So then you saying that we was wrong.
Listen, bro, I'll tell you like this, right?
No, see, that's why leave it. You got cut in many ways, man.
You gonna let me finish? No,
you're a rich man.
I'm not.
You're a rich man.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're rich.
No, I'm not either.
You think you're rich.
I'm not.
You think you're rich.
I know I'm not.
No, you think you're rich.
Romans 3:3.
How am I comfortable,
But
man?
what if some did not believe?
What do you know?
Shall their unbelief be made?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right.
Yahweh found a
Y'all not gonna make me.
Yahweh
Y'all not gonna do this to me.
Yet Yahweh be true. But
Y'all wanna
every
make me
man
look
is
bad?
liar.
That's right.
I tell you what.
Y'all
have a nice day, all right?
Nah, man.
I'm
We
not
ain't gonna have a
free
nice
from
day,
the word.
man. We in hell.
I'm not gonna
We
flee
in
from
hell,
I'm not
man.
gonna flee from the word. You don't want to have a nice day.
The thing is,
You're
though,
not gonna
they
make me
think
look
it's
bad
us
out
trying to
here.
make them look bad. No, we trying to save your soul.
I understand.
You
I
got
get it.
This is the gate.
That's
This
not
is the
real.
gate. This is the
You
gate.
got things that's not right.
This is the gate. This is the gate.
It's not about looking bad in the sight of men. It's about looking bad in the sight of the Most High.
Right.
You want to look good in the sight of the Most High. So you need to have the correct doctrine, man. That's all it's about.
Right. You get edified.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening.
But it ain't meant. It ain't meant.
Check what when I
Ain't meant, man. Ain't meant. This is
your
epitome.
voice about
Look, you got the
I came up here to
armbands.
listen. I came up here
But you don't know the name of the Lord.
You be quiet and
Because
listen.
I got She-Hawking on the law.
That's how you. Because do you
Y'all
believe
put me
that
out my distance
fringes?
stage, all right? Then you wouldn't ask me something, right?
It is, man.
All right?
You
shall know them by their
Proverbs
fruits.
1:9. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest.
Yeah, there ain't
So
no
we
rest.
gotta contend with you on that, man.
Best I can do
you got it, man.
The
You
basic
was-
thing I can do for
Yeah,
y'all,
it
man,
is
is
what it
just be
is.
quiet.
Old bottle.
Like I
Go ahead,
was
brother.
when I go out.
It's back in
When I
Galatians. I
walked
never got
up
to
here,
finish this scripture.
when I walked,
It's Galatians chapter
when
2,
I
verse
walked
20.
up here,
I am
We trying to listen to
crucified.
the scriptures. We trying to listen to the Lord right now.
I am crucified with Hamashiach. Nevertheless, I live. Yet not I, but Hamashiach liveth in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of Yahweh, who loved me and gave himself for me.
You didn't mention faith in your salvation.
Right.
Or you're not going to get salvation.
Verse 21, it says, I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High, for if righteousness come by the law, then Hamashiach is dead in vain. You know? And earlier, you had mentioned how that's how you believe you
Obtain righteousness.
Yeah, obtain righteousness. That's when he asked you the question about salvation. How do you get salvation? You mentioned that you keep the 613 laws.
Not faith.
Yeah.
You X'd out. You crucify your own shop.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Afresh.
Yeah, that's frustrating grace.
Yeah, because grace is through favor. That's how through mercy, through faith, those things through hope. That's how we gonna get salvation.
But if you can get it by yourself,
Where's boasting then?
That means Yahweh
That's what the scripture, Romans the 3rd chapter. Where's boasting then? Yeah, man. Like so, and the Lord, through the Spirit, the Lord brought you up here to be an example. That's what it boils down to, man.
Yeah.
You know, the man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? That's why the Lord brought you here. You heard that from the judges and the men of the Lord. Because you have regular citizens and Israelites, you have regular citizens in Israel, but then you got the prophets. You got regular citizens in Israel, but then you got prophets. You got men that speak the word of the Lord. Who are they?
Do you see me?
Where they at?
Do you see me?
Where they at? Where they at?
Do you see me?
Where they at, though?
That's IUIC.
The purple people.
Hey, that's a product of IUIC.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you
like
go.
How they like to joke us.
If I can bring this out, turn it, bro.
Yeah, we close up, man. Let's close up. We call on
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
Double honor to the apostle elders who bring millstone. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom. Mawaf Lababal.
Mawaf Lababal. Mawaf Lababal. Yeah, before depth
So
of
where
confusion.
y'all be hanging out? I'll just stop right here.
Let's move fast.
Hey, Shaw. Shaw. How you turn it on?
Oh, hit the X.
Got the stumbling sticks.